9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
Don't sleep your trust. I keep my mouth shut, baby. I open up. Hey. I see you shining, baby. Golden aura. I keep my mouth shut, baby. I'll open up. So can I one time? So can I one time? So can I one time? Tell me. Said I don't need much, tryna get this started for you. Oh, you. I just can't know you better. I just can't know you better. Baby, I just can't know you better. I just can't know you better.
What is up, SFL Nation? Thanks for joining me for my 4th and goal interview featuring a good friend of mine that I have not seen in a while. And this is his actually first appearance on the show with his camera. Hi, Mr. Derrick Majors, cornerback for the Portland Fleet. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes, this is Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to you. I'm so grateful that you took time out of your day to do this. So
appreciate it, of course.
Bye.
You know, I'm always going to find time for you, Ashley, so it's all good.
Hey, man. Welcome back. I'm so glad you made it.
Thank
For
you.
those that did not get a chance to see our previous shows, give us one interesting fact about yourself that maybe you didn't tell me at first, or maybe something new you just found.
Well, I mean, there's nothing too crazy. I mean, I think I've said it before, but I am recently engaged now. Like, you know, before I was on the show, I wasn't even in a relationship, I believe. So, but right now, yeah, it's been a, long year, but I just been recently engaged. So, that's something new for me, and it's exciting, overwhelming a little bit, but, taking it day by day. So that's good.
That's all you can do, brother. I wish y'all the best. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just know that, just try to work it out. If it's something you can work out, then just try. And,
Yeah. And that's definitely something I learned, when you're dealing with somebody and you're going to possibly dealing with them for the rest of your life, you got to learn their flaws and, things that they're good at, bad at, and everything. You got to come to accept that. And like you say, I mean, at first it was kind of difficult just for us to know each other, get to know one another. But I mean, it's getting better every day. I love her dearly. Love her so much. She supports me on everything I do, even support me through this every single day whenever I'm dealing with it. So, that's all I can ask for.
Next thing I know, she's going to be joining the Portland Fleet, and then y'all going to be Bonnie and Clyde.
She's not, I mean, trust me, I try to get her so much into this kind of thing, but she just looks at me like I'm crazy. So I just let her do her thing. She lets me do mine. It's all good.
Works out. I understand.
But I mean, she does like it. I mean, when, before last season, when it was the convention, when the start of the regular season, I actually put it up on our TV just so we can watch the first game. And she was actually into it. She saw me catch an interception, and, she was excited. So I'm getting her into it a little bit. But, as far as playing, she's like, she ain't with it.
Hey, well, baby steps. Baby steps.
Right.
At least you got a spark.
That's all it is.
So you've been in the league for a little bit now, since season 17 or 16? What was that? 17.
I mean, I guess 16 because of the minor leagues, but then 17 officially going to the pros. So, yeah.
Right. So you were a member of the Madison Lynx. You
Yep.
were the quarterback at that time.
The first championship winner. Yes. I always make that clear. I always got to make that clear.
My bad. But tell me about that experience and what that meant to you. Do you still talk to the fellow alumni from that season?
Yeah, actually, there's a few of them that, that's on my team. Zeke, Love, he's still on the team. I still talk to a few of them. I mean, Bob Funk, he was on our team for a little bit, but he's somewhere else now, I believe. But there's actually a few that still, I believe I can't name a lot of them, but we still keep in contact a little bit on Twitter, throughout the Discord chats, the Madison, Discord chat and everything like that. So, I don't know the names of the people that's on the team now, but I still try to watch a few games whenever I can, just so I can see how they're doing. But, I'm always going to be a link, and I'm always going to, root for them whenever whenever it's game time. So, yeah.
Indeed, and it had to be a special moment. You were quarterback, you won your first championship, as a rookie, and when you're drafted by the Portland Fleet, then all of a sudden you can kind of, wear that, hey, I did win.
I mean, exactly. But at the same time, it was kind of bittersweet just because I wasn't drafted as a quarterback. I had to,
Yes.
And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because, I won the championship. I feel as if I was the best quarterback, during that time. And, but of course, teams didn't see that. They decided to go somewhere else. And luckily, I landed in a great spot in Portland. Even if I couldn't play quarterback for them, they believed in me, from the jump. So that's why I've been there. It's a great support system. It's a great locker room, a great cast of guys to, go out there to win some games with. So, I couldn't be happier where I'm at. So, yeah, it all worked out in, both of our favors, I guess.
Right. And I was actually going to touch bases with you on that because, like I said, you were a quarterback, and I'm sure those talks right before the draft came and when you were being, sought after.
Yeah.
How did that conversation go between you, Portland, and any other prospective teams that you had? And then ultimately, what made you change your mind to say, you know what, I can play any position?
That's actually a good question. So I'm not going to name the teams, but the first few teams, they kind of, just put their foot in the water just to, test the water, just to see, who I am and what I'm about and everything like that. And I can say that Portland were one of those teams that actually wanted me to play quarterback. But I guess once the draft played out, there was just wasn't the right fits for the teams that, that were looking for quarterbacks, I guess, but, all I could do was just control what's on my end. And with Portland, they were, in constant contact with me about playing quarterback and also just seeing if I have any other interest in playing anything else. And unfortunately for the quarterback side of that I wanted to play, Matt South just got out of retirement and they just decided to sign him on. So they decided that, I think them being a new franchise, it's better to go with a vet instead of just, trying to go with a rookie, which, hey, I completely understand. If I was in that type of situation, I would, I'd definitely try to look at that the same way. But, unfortunately we couldn't, nothing couldn't get done on that side. And honestly, I was just kind of down. I wasn't know if I wanted to go back, if it was a such thing for me to go back to the minors and do another year of playing quarterback and then just going to the next year's draft and seeing how that goes. But the fact that Mel and Nelson Lozano, those guys have just kept me positive, just like, hey, just chill for a second, we'll see where things go. And if there's any other position that you want to play, we can definitely, take a look at you. And I remember I wrote on YouTube, I forgot what pick they were picking, but I just said, look, the only place I will play for is Portland. If they draft, if anybody want to draft me, forget it. I just want to go to Portland. And I actually deleted it, but Nelson saw it, and he'll always bring this up. He saw it, and that's when we just clicked. He was like, yo, man, if you want to come to Portland, we'll take you. We're going to grab you. Don't even worry. So that's when that decision was made. I'm just going to switch to cornerback, and, I'm going to just take my challenge to Portland and just terrorize whatever quarterback I face, So that was that.
That's a funny story because sometimes when you put out there what team you prefer to play for,
yeah,
and they don't have room for you, kind of, it can rub teams the wrong way because oh, well, I was going to ask him to play with us, but heck, he already said he wanted to go to Portland. So I'm glad that it worked out for you in your favor,
Yeah,
but
I like I said, I can only control what I can control. And even if that deterred teams in the wrong way, I honestly don't care. Like I only care about the teams that wants me and that really wants me and see me as, a key part of their team. And that's what Portland's been my whole career since I entered the SFL. So, I don't mind being a villain, looked at being a villain, or looked at being like, oh, he's this and that. No, I only care about what Portland thinks, and that's all that matters to me.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Tough skin.
Yeah.
Must have played sports before, right? In real life?
Oh yeah, I actually play. I play quarterback, and I actually play quarterback in semi-pro. So yeah, it's cool. I can still get my fix on here, and then go online and then do my thing on the defensive side. So
hey, exactly. So because I was going to allude to that. Like this is kind of a. You know how people, when they play sports and they can't do it anymore for whatever reason, they find it, they find that they're reliving their youth or that experience through the SFL, especially when you get in the locker room and you chill with guys. Game day is probably the most.
It is
amazing.
It's my favorite day. I mean, when it's SFL game day, I surround my day around it. Like I gotta let them know, like I got a game this time, so I can't be doing this. Like I do that the same thing when I'm watching my NFL team, college, whatever. I gotta surround my day around those teams. So you already know.
Man, I'm telling you. I'll go make wings and everything, and won't eat them because I'm superstitious. Because if I feel like if I eat before the game, then we're gonna lose. Because I have
to be focused. It's like I'm coaching or I'm playing. I got to make sure I see everything on the field, everything where everybody's doing, and maybe halftime I have a little dip on, have drink or whatever. But then it's like I'm in the game. I'm actually playing. That's how I feel every time. So I'm invested. That's how I look at it.
Indeed. Speaking of being invested, so why do you think that, certain teams have members that you see all the time? Portland is one of those teams that has been known for having sort of a quiet presence. Why do you think that you guys are able to retain your team mostly year after season after season and still have that quiet vibe about it? Now, there's nothing wrong with it personally. That's why I try to make it a point to reach out to everybody that is perceived quiet to kind of get the thought process.
I think it has to do with the front office. Nelson, Mel, and Jacob, those guys are just excellent guys to just be, just to follow. They make sure they put us first. They make sure they understand what we want as a team and, the goals and everything and what the expectations are. And I tell you, every single guy from, quarterback all the way down to our kicker, they understand what our goal is. And our goal is to just win a championship and, don't get that perception on us, out of people's head that, we, first few games, we look hype, and then we end up stumbling. And last few games, we end up winning, and then it just not enough wins to be able to make it to the playoffs. And every single guy up in there has the same goal, like I said, and that's all that matters. Of course, we lost a few that they just don't see the vision that we have. That's all I can say about that. I can't really talk as much for their mindsets, but for every single guy that's signed with us throughout the free agency and that stayed with us throughout the season after season, they just believe in the brotherhood. They believe in the mission, the vision that we all look at as a team, and that's all that we can ask for. And that's the reason. And personally, for myself, that's the reason why I stayed. And I tell Jacob and Nelson and Mel this all the time. As long as they believe in me, I believe in them. And like the one thing I want to do is just win this city a championship. And until that happens, you're just going to see me in a Fleet uniform, to be honest. Like, I don't see myself being anywhere else. And, that's what I love about it. And that's what I look for. And that's what I wanted when I was drafted. I just want to be able to be with a team that believes in me as much as I believe in them. And, it's been reciprocated ever since I've been here. So, like I said, I can't speak for everybody else. Everybody else has as their own thing, but I just see everybody that's being in this locker room and that stayed, that they see something special and they see that we're building something special. We're always at the end, and we see like, oh, Portland, that defense, and the offense is coming together, and we just trying to get all that to come together, work as one, so we can just be dominate this league and take it on by storm.
Indeed. And there are times that games, like you said, that you guys were in it and you, for some reason or another, wasn't able to, get the win. I've actually had Jacob Bovet on the show, and I asked him why, or does he actually feel that sometimes Portland is underrated? Because you do have fantastic games. Ezekiel Love will go off on you, especially if you're not,
Don't get me started on him. My favorite player, that's like their favorite player on the team, so it doesn't. And Scott Johnson just got signed. We just signed Scott Johnson from Vegas. I've been following him ever since we've been in the same draft, all three of us, and I've been following him since in Vegas. And I told him as soon as he got signed, dude, this offense is going to be phenomenal. Don't even worry about it. Like, we have the pieces now, so we'll be good. We'll be good. But to your point, a lot of. I look at us as always underdogs. I just see us as a team that people love to hate. It's kind of weird because we haven't won that much, but when we win, a lot of people are surprised, and then they look at us like, oh, once Portland get this together or get this, they're going to be dangerous. And I just feel like every single offseason or every single, whenever we get a chance to add pieces, they see that as well. The guys that get added on, they see that, there's something special that's growing in this locker room, and they're just scared. That's how I see it. They're just scared, man. It doesn't matter, once we get all our things situated and once we get everything, everyone in the places they need to be to help us win games, it's going to be scary. You're not going to be talking about Baltimore no more. You're not going to be talking about Vancouver, taking over our, division no more. You're not going to hear anything about that. You're going to hear about Portland, going out there dominating week in and week out, and we're going to be that team. So I'm sorry for putting that on our heads, but this is what I believe. So it's all good.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having. You better not apologize for having confidence in your team.
I mean, I'm just saying, I only say that for my owner and my head coach and my team, to let them know, don't worry, I got our back. I'm going to say whatever I feel, and I'm going to back it up. It doesn't matter, and I know they're going to ride with me regardless, so it's all good. I'm just talking crazy over here.
No, but it's good. It's good to be able to hear, the feelings from the teams, the other players, besides the owners and the GMs, because, they are invested, have a lot of things. But it's different when you hear from players, and even you went so far as to change your original position and even just to be on this team and continue to want to be here. So obviously behind the scenes, you guys are doing the right thing. And eventually adding the pieces like Michael Knight from the Sioux Falls Sparrows is another wide receiver. Like I said, Scott Johnson, making those moves will definitely grant you get the little pieces that you need every time. So you can be, more of a contender, have more wins in the columns, because you already had the potential.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to fine tune itself. And eventually, you're going to find yourself deep in the playoffs. I believe that.
We just need to make it. That's all I say. We just need to get in. Just need to get in, and then, we just take it day by day. It's all good.
I have a couple more questions for you. What are your thoughts on us moving from 2K8 to 2K4?
I'm excited. When I first heard about that, I've been a big fan of that, franchise, even if, from the All Pro even to, ESPN 2K5, that model. It's just perfect. And I just feel like it's a perfect move for what we're trying to do as far as the league goes, in the future, and, trying to get more, guys to sign on. It's just better for the whole league in general, just to see something new. And just for me, it's something, good to be a part of, because I wasn't, I was here when the minors started, like when they first started. So it's kind of cool for me just to see something that's, from the ground up all the way to, the finished product. So it's going to be fun. I feel as if it's going to be brand new for everybody. You know, everybody's coming in new. It's going to be a different, you know, skill system. You know, everybody's going to be starting off from scratch. So, you know, everybody has a chance. And I'm just excited for the future for the whole league as general, just being making this move. So, you know, I'm excited. I'm just ready to, you know, get the ball rolling and start playing some games and just see where it goes. So, yeah.
Yeah, season is going to be it's going to happen so fast. Like June is almost over with, you know?
I know, yeah. So it's coming fast, you know, so I'm just ready to get out there. I'm just ready to get out there to, you know, start talking crazy to people and just, you know, being out there with my brothers. So it's all good.
Awesome. And so we've gotten the new Retroid, the new retro gaming console for us to be able to kind of have the handheld experience. Be able to literally play as yourself on the, you know, in your own game.
Pretty cool, you know, and it's different because, you know, it's like you actually can control what you want to do, and like you can, you know, put your guys in a position that you would think that is best fit for you guys. But like, you know, like I said, it's just cool to see something different and just being a part of something new. So, you know, I'm just excited to see where it goes.
Absolutely. So, do you find yourself wanting to be involved in the league now that you've been a part of the league for what?
5 seasons?
4 seasons. Oh yeah, 5 seasons now.
Yeah.
Do you want to do something else within the fleet organization? Perhaps help in the front office position, or do you want to maybe help do like a league-wide position, like stats or broadcasting or anything like that?
Possibly, you know, sometime in the future. Right now, I always set my goals before every, you know, SFL season about like what I want to do, and like, you know, I just take it game by game or week by week pretty much and just see how things play out. But, you know, my goal is to always, you know, try to put my foot in different things. You know, maybe one day I would want to try to broadcast, you know, maybe a SFLm game just to see how I do, and, you know, nothing too crazy. But eventually, you know, when it's all said and done, I do want to try to start my own team in SFL, see how that goes. You know, I'm from Chicago, and I know that we don't have a Chicago team, and I don't know I understand the controversy behind that team and what happened before, but I would love to try to bring a team back to Chicago or Illinois in general, just a town out there, out here. So, you know, maybe, you know, see where that goes. But right now, my mind is just focused on, you know, being the best corner in the league and winning the championship for the fleet. So, you know, that's all I'm thinking about at this point.
Hey, there's been many people. Actually, Jacob, your owner, he came on as a rookie and he told me that he wanted to be an owner. Like, I think maybe a season later, or maybe 2 most. He had his dream accomplished. So all you gotta do is, that's what you really desire, and you put the work in, it'll be yours, brother. But I
mean, of course. So, like I said, take it day by day and just see where it goes. But
indeed.
I'm gonna just finish terrorizing this league first. I'm not done yet. You know, I'm still kind of peaked out. I don't have an all-star vote, or like I'm not an all-star. Like I'm baffled still. So I still have to get that off my list first. So yeah.
It's coming.
Couple of questions. Maybe I should talk more. I'm sorry. Maybe I should just talk more you know, maybe I should do that. So.
Well, you know, maybe you can start your own show and then, you know.
We'll see. I don't want to take too much from you. That's all. I just don't want to take too much from you.
For me?
You're the pro at this. I don't want to. And there's already so many shows out there. I don't think I will fit, and I don't think too many people will be interested in what I want to say, to be honest. But I mean, we'll see.
I mean, that's a whole thing. That's a whole other topic that you and I could discuss. But never shortchange yourself, especially if you have something you want to say. That's all I can tell you. But
I mean, if I've got something to say, of course I can just hop on here, right, and just say it. You just.
I know that's right. Save yourself some time. But so a couple fun questions for you, then I'm gonna let you go because it is Father's Day. I don't want to take you too much time from you. But what was one thing that you've done in your life that you tried that you're like, you know what, I would never do it again. I tried it, wasn't for me.
Good question. Going on a speedboat.
Oh no! What happened?
One thing, I'm very terrified of like open water. You know, I have a feeling that the Loch Ness monster could be swimming down there, or anything from a dinosaur that we haven't discovered. So, and being on a speedboat, I just, I'm very, for me being a quarterback, with me being an athlete, I'm very clumsy, to be honest. Like and I just think that a speedboat and me in open water are just two bad things that's not going to happen. So like, I'm good. And I just don't like being in open water in general, like I said. So I'm good on that.
Oh, man.
It's weird because I can be on a cruise line. Like I can be on a cruise, but if it's a speedboat going a certain amount, I'm good. I'm good at that.
That's crazy because that ties into my next question I have for you was if you had a chance to explore only one, which would be space or the ocean in depth, which one would you choose? So I'm assuming
that's actually a good question. That's actually a good question because which is weird is ironically, I'm very interested in what's in the ocean. I just but also there's a lot of things in space that I believe that, we haven't discovered and that's out there that's, that could be interesting. Like I do believe there's a second life form. We can get into that another time, but being in space, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that either. I'd rather be in space though. 'Cause, I mean, I'll just have a panic attack in the water and just, I wouldn't get far. So I wouldn't get far.
Living in Arizona, have a lot of beautiful, clear, dark skies that you do see a lot of things. So, yeah.
And, I used to go to school in Iowa. I went to junior college in Iowa, and there were never any street lights. This is kind of weird. There's no street lights in Iowa. And, I realized that the sky, so many stars. And I realized at that time, so I guess the street lights are preventing us from seeing everything in the sky. And it was just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. That's all I have to say about that. It was just very nice. And, I would really love to see that one time, some point in my life again. So it was pretty cool. Me getting older, I just start to see the positive in so many little things. And it's just weird to me now that it's, maybe it's just because I know that life is short and you got to appreciate everything that comes with it. So maybe that's what it is.
I agree. You can only have one app on your phone. You can make a call, you can do text message, or you can have your internet. Which two are you getting rid of?
I'm getting rid of text messages.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather call because I feel as if people don't get my enthusiasm or my sense of humor when I text, so I'd rather just call you. And you said get rid of another one?
Yes, so that'd be your internet.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm not big on the internet that much anyway, so I really don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I do need to have my sports news, so is there any way I can try to find a way to, keep that, and that's be fine. But that's all I need.
I will say this though. If you choose internet, you can still make calls because you can make an internet call.
You just made my answer for me. I'm gonna keep the internet because that is true. That is true. I can do everything I need on the internet, and I just don't need the phone and a text message.
You see?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's all about how you think about it. So you can only eat one meal for the rest of your life. What is it?
Waffles.
Waffles.
My fiance would tell you, she would literally we visited her mom and her mom asked us, what do you want to eat? What should I get, for the house for, Derrick to eat? She literally told him waffles. She would tell her waffles. And that's what she got me, waffles. And sure enough, I was fine with that.
Simple. I love it. Last question for now, at least. If you can have dinner with anyone that's either living or not living with us anymore, that's either famous or not, who would it be? And why?
I'm gonna go. See, that's such a good question. There's so many people that I would love to, just be able to talk to or just to have a topic of discussion with. Fred Hampton.
I'll give you two. Give you two.
One, Fred Hampton, and Malcolm X, of course. Those I would literally talk to them all night just about pick their minds about their lives and just everything that they wish they could have changed or anything like that. I would just love to just have, even if it's just out, I don't care. Just being able to just talk to them or just experience time with them, like, that would be something I would love.
Awesome. You're not the first person that said Malcolm X either.
He's a great guy. I mean, I've been reading up on him since I was a little kid, and that became one of my heroes immediately. So yeah, of course.
Awesome. Well, Derrick, this has been wonderful catching up with you, brother. Thank you so much for your time. Before I let you go, you got questions for me?
Ashley, what are you doing today? Like, what are your plans today on this? I mean, I'm not sure what the weather is out there, but I'm sure it's lovely. What do you have planned on this beautiful Sunday?
It is absolutely gorgeous outside. We are going, since I have to work early tomorrow, I'm going to take my children out to get something to eat. I haven't decided if we're going to get some Chinese food or if we're going to go to this little Mexican restaurant that's down the street, like literally walking distance from the house, and sit on their patio and kind of enjoy the sun and all that.
I was going to say that it has to be the Mexican place then, because that's what you have to do. You have to make it a day. You have a nice drink, be out there in the sun, just enjoy your time and have some good food. That's, you can't really do that with Chinese, because I feel like you're going to be inside and, going to be too full to try to be outside later on. You just want to go home and sleep all day, and you don't want to. You just want to have a nice time while you're having your meal, and that's always, you can't go wrong with Mexican. So I
appreciate it. I think that's what we're going to do. And then I don't have to drive if I don't want to. I can just walk to the
boom. See, easy.
Save myself some gas money. But listen, was that it? Was that all you wanted to know?
That's all I want. I just want to see how you're doing. Nothing too crazy. Just like I said earlier, congratulations on everything that's been new to you, and hopefully everything comes in your favor, and good luck to everything, your family, and blessings all around.
Thank you. Well, same here, brother. Same blessings to you. Can't wait to see what you guys do on and off the field, and good luck to everything that you have planned in your personal life. And sure, you have my information, my contact information. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you, brother, always. But
I appreciate that, of course.
I cannot let you go without giving you the last word. So it can be a song, it could be a poem, or just a simple shout out. Right now, Derrick, the floor is yours.
All right, I just want to get a shout out to, of course, my beautiful daughter on this Father's Day, Amaya Rose. Daddy loves you, and he can't wait to see you and spend some time with you. You're getting so big, so smart. She actually just graduated. She's going to be starting big girl school, we call it, soon. So, we're going to actually, enjoy ourselves for the rest of the summer and, take care of ourselves and, be happy. And also, the last shout out, I want to give a shout out to my Portland Fleet brothers. You already know I had to come in here and represent y'all, put it on to the fullest. And of course, I can't wait to hit the field with y'all. And, we're going to ball out this summer. We're going to make it a good time. So, Ashley, of course, finally for you, thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure being on, talking with you. And, I can't wait to do this again.
Can't wait to do it again too, brother. Thanks for the love, and tell your brothers, your Portland Fleet brothers, y'all could all come on if you wanted to. Or you can come on when.
Don't be shy. Come on, let us know. Let them know we here. We ready.
Always, man. But thank you. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do this season, and the best of luck to you.
Of course, thank you. You as well.
All right, brother. See you. What's up, SFL Nation? And we are back with my 4th and Goal interview featuring our new fantastic kicker that we've acquired, Mr. JT Dulany, over from the London Knights. But he actually has had quite an interesting time here in the SFL. JT, how are you?
I am doing very well, Ashley. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I am so glad to finally meet you, our free agent that decided to come over here and help us out. It means a lot. And I just wanted to tell you face to face, thank you for deciding to be here with us.
Oh, it is my pleasure, Ashley. It is my pleasure.
Awesome, man. So before we get started, this is your first time on our show. On my show. So welcome. Glad to have you. Give us a little bit of information about yourself. So if you want to give us your age, that's fine. But your hometown, one interesting fact about yourself, and your favorite NFL team.
Okay, well, I can knock two of these out of the park right now. I am from Baltimore, so you obviously know what my NFL team is.
All right,
the Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I am 29 years old, about to be 30 in a couple of months in September. So, and my dad worked as a paramedic for the Ravens a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, he worked Ravens games as a paramedic. And my grandfather, at one point, my grandfather owned an ambulance company, and they held the contract for the Baltimore Colts way back when, too. So my dad actually played catch with people like Bill Belichick when he was over here, and some Baltimore Colts greats. He grew up with that sort of access at Memorial Stadium, and he doesn't really talk about it a whole lot, but he talked to me about it a good bit when I was growing up. So that's really cool.
Absolutely. That is very cool, man. We got to talk more about that, like the adventures I'm sure that they had during that time. But going through and just, maybe people that they have to help, people that they got a chance to actually talk to. I would love to know all of that. But now you've been in the league since season 14, and
So, yeah.
yes, awesome. That's awesome. And so tell us about your time here in the league, because I know you've been on a couple different teams, and now you joined us. So I think we're going to be your third team. No, we're third team, right?
Yes, third team.
Yeah. So you're going to be our third team. And give us the story about how you actually landed here, where you started and how you landed.
All right. So we've got to go back to me watching the Baltimore Vultures play on I don't remember what the network was called at the time, but it was on my television. I watched it. So I went to the website and joined the Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
I got in touch with, was it TJ or Chad originally? I don't remember which one, but they were looking. I was asking, hey, I want to be a member of the Vultures. What do I have to do? And they were like, okay, we need a nickel back, but we don't need you till like week 6, so just keep it quiet until then, and we'll give you a non-contract, what it was called at the time, but this was before SFLm. I see an advertisement from the London Knights, and they were looking for a kicker. It was going to be a star contract, not a non-star contract. And you can start right now. Great, I'll hop on. And the rest is history. So I spent a few seasons in London. After my second season, they had me move over to punter. And then after that season, they told me that I didn't fit in their salary cap plan, so I went to Tulsa for a season, and then I went straight back. And then London, I don't think I need to tell you what happened. Everybody knows. It's a very sad time, but there will be light at the end of the tunnel. The franchise will be coming back. Unfortunately, won't be in London, I don't think, but it will be coming back. And it is under Johnny's ownership, and I am very confident that Johnny is going to do a very good job as owner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Johnny and I are very good friends, and I know that was something that he was seeking at one point. And I know that he can handle it,
Oh, yes.
I kind of, from my own personal standpoint, I kind of wish that the team was still able to be together, because when you disperse the players, and and they find different homes. They may actually like it there. Some people may want to come back, and be a part of the organization that Johnny's putting together. I can definitely see why they would. But it is difficult for you to be able to disperse for an entire season and then kind of bring everything back together and reacclimate yourself back into the fold of things. And then, you're already a season behind in everything. So it's, but things happen for a reason.
Yes.
And sometimes things need to happen the way that they do in order for it to be more successful. So I guess.
Yes. And one thing I know that this may be disrespectful to the people of London, but please understand where I'm coming from here. One thing I will not miss is having to fly across an ocean for every single away game. That is one thing I will not miss.
Ocean's not your friend, huh?
Well, it's not so much the ocean as much as the time difference.
Oh, yeah. That is terrible.
Yeah, that was, it was, I got some stories for you about that.
I bet.
There were some weeks where if we had back-to-back road games, are you still there, AJ? Okay, cool. There were some back-to-back road games where we would just have to find a place to practice for the week because we didn't feel like going all the way back to London just to go back. That is one of the very unique challenges of this league.
I bet.
Yeah,
however, now you have joined the Arizona Scorpions crew.
Yes.
And so tell us, why did you decide to join our team? And what made you decide to just stay in the league instead of maybe sitting out like some of your counterparts decided to do from that London Knights crew?
Well, when I saw that a perennial championship contender was looking for a kicker, I had to snap at that. I had to snap at that decision. It was a very easy decision to reach out to you guys. It was a very easy decision to reach out, especially after the unfortunate incident, which I'm going to call it, the franchise not playing this season. I had to find a home, and what better home than a perennial champion contender like the Arizona Scorpions?
Absolutely, man. Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, and I wanted to play on a team at least for season 21 that there was expectation surrounding it. That there was sort of a perennial expectation of the franchise doing very well. I've never made it past one playoff win with London, and I wanted a chance at a greener pasture to, I guess challenge myself would be the best turn of phrase, and play for a team that, has big shoes to fill with Cliff, and I hope I can fill even half of those shoes.
I'm sure you will. I'm definitely sure you will. Looking at your progress and how you are in London, of course. And we're glad to have you over here, especially like I said, the progressions that you've done. You've never missed a progression. The way you built your player is absolutely going to fit us very well. In this new game, everything is going to work a little differently. Of course, we know. Mm-hmm. You're going to be really good at something, but you're going to be lacking in other areas, which gives everyone that different look that Cam wanted. He didn't want everybody to just, all the kickers to look the same, or all the quarterbacks to have the same, value, that kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting. But tell me, how did it feel when you guys got the news to you? And this is the last question I'm going to ask about this. How did it feel to you to receive that news that London will, basically be dispersed and that Johnny will be taken over in season 22?
Well, first of all, there's a few parts to this, so I'm going to branch into each part of everything. Okay?
Okay.
So, first of all, I am very happy for Johnny. I love Johnny. I think he is... If anybody else owned that franchise, I would want it to be Johnny, especially considering Chad owns the Ramblers now in Indianapolis. Johnny is the guy to take the franchise forward into new heights. As for, the news that we were being dispersed, I was absolutely devastated. Because I'm sure you know, I'm sure everyone knows that has known me. I have been very consistent and upfront about this. That I committed myself to being a London Knight until we won a championship, and we couldn't accomplish that goal. So I am a little devastated and a little disappointed in that, but hope always springs eternal. And like I said to Cam in the free agency show on Tuesday, I'm dedicating season 21 to the people of London and everybody that I am forced to leave behind there. I've developed relationships and friendships with a lot of people in London, and those friendships and relationships will remain with me, and I will carry those forward throughout the rest of my SFL career, whether they be with Arizona here or whether they be with the franchise that Johnny is putting forward. Should I decide to go back there, I have not decided anything. I am going to focus on this upcoming season. I just want the people of London to know that I will forever hold you in my heart, and that I will dedicate this season to you guys, because I can imagine the pain you're going through. It is very devastating. And my prayers are with you in this very, very difficult time.
Yeah, and whenever you start off on the team, especially when you're with them for as long as you were, and then for things to just happen the way it is, you do develop those bonds. You do develop those close relationships. And, it's the great thing about it is that you can always DM same people. You can always keep in touch no matter what team you're on. Like when I left Tulsa to come to Arizona, I was still open to have any kind of conversation and friendship that anybody from Tulsa wanted to have with me. That doesn't mean that stops because I moved. So,
of course.
and it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing to have a different experience with another team, and that's why you have 1-season contracts too. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. You can choose to explore. You can have your SFL passport stamped if you want to. Try to get on every team at least 1 season.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Or you could be a lifer.
Yeah. However, if there is one situation, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but there is one situation I am always keeping an eye out for, the hometown team. I'm always going to keep an eye out in case I hear some news about a certain retirement. I don't think that retirement's coming anytime soon, but I'm always keeping my ear to the grindstone for this sort of thing.
Okay. I think I know who it is. You don't even have to say it.
Of course.
Good deal, man. Good deal. So some fun questions for you. If you can only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Maryland steamed crabs.
Oh, that was specific.
Yeah. If you have never had steamed crabs in Baltimore before, you have got to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, if I ever find myself in Baltimore, that'll be the first thing that I get.
Yeah, you better.
Awesome, man. So you are trapped on a deserted island, and you only have 3 things with you. What are those 3 things?
Okay. My cell phone, so if I could call somebody to get out of there.
Find a signal.
Second thing would probably be my Bible.
Okay.
So I could have something to read. And the other one thing that I would have would be an axe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You have to be able to gather firewood, because first thing you need to make is a fire when you out there.
Yes, ma'am.
So awesome. All right, then. Smart moves. So what is some really good advice that you've received in your life? One instance where it was really good advice, and then one instance where it was really bad advice.
Ooh, okay. Okay, good advice. Let's, okay. So I was a wrestler in high school.
Okay.
And I was told to just stick by it, don't quit. Even though I was struggling, don't quit. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. And I did not quit. So that taught me the value of not giving up on people. Even if it feels like they're lost, nobody else wants to bother with them, just don't give up on people. My dad, he went through a particular addiction, and I did not give up on him. And he has overcome that particular addiction.
That's awesome.
It is. Unfortunately, it came at a great personal cost to me, but whatever. It's Father's Day, so I felt like I had to say that. Happy
And
Father's Day to my father, by the way. In terms of bad advice, when I was growing up, I either wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer.
okay.
And the lawyers in my life told me to be a doctor. And the doctors in my life told me to be a lawyer. So you can imagine how difficult that was to deal with. So I'm not sure if I ever actually received really bad advice before. I'm trying to grasp at straws here, but
I mean, everyone's life experience is different. So if you perceive that you have never received any bad advice, and that's okay to say too, you know?
yeah, I've had a lot.
Out for you.
Yeah, I've had a lot of traumatic experience in my life before, so that kind of colors a lot of things. I don't want to get into a lot of it.
Okay, we don't have to. There's no worries. We don't have to. But if you have 2 more questions.
Okay.
So if you had the chance to to study the ocean in depth or space in depth, which one would you choose and why?
We have not really studied the ocean as much as we have studied space, so I would pick the ocean.
Okay. I think it's only 5% of the ocean that's actually been discovered or they've actually explored. So
Yeah. And plus, I do not want to get on a spaceship.
No worries, man. No worries. Last question for you is, if someone is writing a book about your or an autobiography about your life, what would the title be?
Oh my. I am going to plead the fifth on that because it would bring up some of that traumatic stuff that I don't want to bring up.
Okay. Well, let's switch gears then.
Okay.
How about every time you walk out the door, there's a song that plays for you.
Okay.
What song is that? So every time we hear this song, we know JT is coming.
Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne.
You know, I heard a remix of that song. Are you familiar with the group Earth, Wind and Fire?
I am familiar, actually, yes.
Okay, so they actually combined that song and Remember. Do you remember? September. They combined both of those two together. I will actually send you that mix. It was crazy.
Please.
Awesome, man. Well, it was a pleasure getting to know you. I'm so glad you had time for me today. And of course, this will not be the last time you be on the show because I have a whole bunch of other questions for you. But
of course.
Do you have any questions for me before I let you go?
No. I'm good.
All right, then. Sounds good. So before I let you go, officially, I'll give you the last word. So that could be a song, that can be a poem, or just a simple shout out. Right now, the floor is yours, JT.
Thank you very much, Ashley. I'd like to shout out Liam, Selwyn, Chad, Tanner, Jeff, Benji, and everybody else that has been my teammate in London these past 6 out of 7 seasons. You guys, all of y'all, mean the absolute world to me, and I really wish we could all be together again.
This is, yeah. It's all right, man. It's all right. You never know what the future holds.
I know.
But nice meeting you. Can't wait to see what you're gonna do for the Arizona Scorpions while you're here with us. And of course, if you need me, I'm always here for you, brother. Always.
Of course. Of course.
All right, you have a good one.
See ya.
Bye. What is up, SFL Nation? We're back with my fourth and goal interview featuring best wide receivers in the SFL, Hands brothers, Donnie and
all hands on deck, squad.
Donnie and James Hands, man. It's crazy. It is so crazy to actually have y'all back on the team, man. And
pleasure to be back.
I'm glad you're back. I really am. Missed you guys. But we're gonna get into all of that in a minute, But I wanted to bring these guys on because it's been a while since y'all have actually been on the show. And I've actually been just trying to get people that haven't been on in a while, kind of catch up with them. And y'all just happen to be in the right place at the right time. So thank y'all for coming back. And for those that did not get a chance to see our shows, give us one interesting fact about yourselves. And James, you can start first. Don't.
I mean, interesting fact. I got a 8-year-old boy who's acting like he's 30, and a 2-year-old daughter that acts like her mom. And it is brutal. I can't do it. She's telling me stop. She's talking back. That's my interesting fact. That keeps me up at night. I wake up with wet, like sweats and all that. It's like, oh no. It's like I got PTSD. That's all it is.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 1 minute she's cute and then she's slapping me. I don't know what's going on. Like no. Like what the hell's going on here?
Such is life,
that's
right?
My interest. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's my fact.
That's a good one. Donnie.
Interesting fact. I got an 11-year-old daughter.
You can't take my stuff
for me. And I got 2 cats they run the damn house. They butt heads. I got one that's right now scratching on my couch. But other than that, I mean, got happily married since the last time I was on here. So that was it.
Man, congratulations.
Boo.
Positive things. Oh.
I see it as a negative. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. Boo.
Man, well, yeah, I do know a lot.
Be on the same team, man.
No, what you say? Say it.
I said me and him can't be on the same team. We talk too much smack. Sorry, shouldn't be very.
Well, that makes things interesting, and it's good for the locker room, to get that brotherly vibe going. Because I already know how it's going, and it's going to be hilarious to see how everybody meshes together with the two of you in there. Oh my gosh! But
I mean, one like another is like my brother. Come on now.
That was nice. So gentlemen, you guys have been in the league for how long now?
6 years.
We ain't been in the league for a hot minute.
No, but we've been seasons. Like I think it was like 6 years. We've been in this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of seasons to dedicate. And is it 6 seasons or actually 6 years? So that means that's 12 seasons.
Well, there's difference. So my brother, I hate how my brother got into the league, but he came in as a goal. As a wide receiver, I had to take a position as a cornerback. So my first year and his first year, he was wide receiver. So technically, he's older than me in the league because he's been in the league as a wide receiver.
No. Let's get this right. I'm gonna set the record straight, right? So he says, "Oh, bro, I forgot to tell you. There's this thing called SFL," and I'm like, "Word?" He starts talking to me about it. Yeah, I just got in it. I'm like, "Bro, you didn't get me in that? I forgot to tell you." I'm like, "Word." And so then he goes in the cornerback. And so halfway through the season, I got a hit, and then they were like, "Hey, someone left, and we want to put you as a gold wide receiver." He was mad.
I was big mad. And then I was laughing my position the next year.
Season. I was laughing all season.
Because I was like, he had a stud season.
It was your fault. You didn't tell me. I'm sorry.
It wasn't my fault, bro. Come on now. So he got the stud season, had a great last 5 or 6 games, whatever it was. And then I switched over to wide receiver. And when I switched over, they were like, "You got to start at bronze." And this fool's at gold. And I'm like, how the heck does that even work? So I worked my way all the way up. I think I've been in the league for about, I would say 6 seasons. He's been in the league for about 5.5 because you came in halfway.
Mm-hmm.
You came in halfway. But with that, I was mad as hell, and I had to work my way all the way up. I had to, get through the trenches to get all the way to where I am now. But
because I was making fun of him the whole time. Yep.
Yeah, I was mad as man. I was just mad as hell. You don't even know. So yeah, we've been in here about 6 seasons, I would assume. We might be wrong. It might be 5, but I have to look at the record books.
Yeah. And I know in the 6 seasons that you've been here, you have been on various teams. You have various experiences. And I'm curious to know from you guys, just go from when you were drafted, that moment that when you guys were drafted, and then just take me through to where you are like right now. Because I'm sure people, we can deal with other things when I have a special question for that. So you can kind of gloss over why y'all left here, but we'll touch on that later. But like from the start.
From the start. I'll go first. I bet. From the start, I mean, I love any type of fantasy, different type of things like that, right? So I was just looking up different type of fantasy leagues because a coworker of mine was telling me about baseball. I hate baseball, but I was like, oh, I wonder if there's something with football, right? And I looked it up and it came across the SFL. And I was like, what the heck is this, right? So I hopped in Discord, did all that stuff, and instantly was talking to, just putting my name out there, and then got, a couple of people that were talking to me, and they were like, hey, I'm the GM of this team, that team, whatever. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And they were explaining the rules and how certain things work. And I was like, oh, so I wanted to be in instantly. Well, the team that actually wanted to pick me up, they only had a position at cornerback. Well, that's my secondary position. So I was like, cool. All right. When I got on there, that first experience of seeing yourself on the screen was actually amazing. I was like, even though I had a fake name, whatever, but when I was watching me play or watching my character play in there, and I would have my daughter sitting next to me, and I would be like, baby girl, look at this. Daddy's on the thing. And then she was like, that's not you. And then she would tell me you look too white. And I'm like, all right then. But so I'm watching the games, right? And then enjoying it. Shut up, bro. See, that's what it is.
I mean, you do though. That's all right.
Bro, I'm mixed. All right, I'm half. All right. But so she was watching, and I was like, no, baby, this is a video game
I
simulation. Shut up, bro. That's why I don't like you. I'm telling you, I can't even play with this fool. This shit.
All right, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
If you listen and take them off. But so like, you know, I'm watching the game, I'm explaining it to her, like, no, this is a simulated character, da 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 da. And like, I'm watching me play, and it felt so awesome to like root for something, you know what I'm saying? And that whole team being immersed into this whole chat, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then going through it, you know, there's trials and tribulations, issues, you know, me switching to another position, issues with previous teams, whatever. But then like, you know, it was so great to like have a feeling of being like wanted, like people talking to you during the off season. Hey, you know, Donnie, you want to be on this team? Donnie, are you looking at this? Whatever. And so one of the cool things was when my brother got in the league and he was, you know, WR and I was WR, and they were like, hey, Donnie, are you thinking about going this? And like instantly I was like, we a package. He ain't coming, I ain't coming. Don't even worry about it. Like, I'm not even talking to you anymore. So then when we went through everything, and it felt cool to like be able to talk and tell people, you know, like just have your own decision about something that, even though it's fake, it's fun, right? It's fun. I love the off season. And then we had a fallout with our other team. And then, you know, Eddie hit us up. And I told Eddie the exact same thing. And Eddie said it's cool, but he wanted to talk to us. So he had us in a conference call. And he was like, I love y'all personality. And it was just like, it was awesome. I felt like I had an actual coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I had an actual team that I would represent. And I love it. And now I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Good. I'm glad to have you back too. James.
I know, I need my quarterback.
I'm a fool. I know, I'm a fool. You know, you gotta touch it up. And make sure you get the good side and stuff. You know, it's kind of dark in here.
You ain't got a good side. You just straight goofy looking, girl.
Crazy.
Hey, for fools.
All right, so with me, that's why I had him go first so he can say everything. Because when I first came in, half the season after Donnie didn't tell me about the league.
Hey,
so,
we ain't talking about that no more.
I went to Dallas first. And I mean, it was a pretty good team. And then he wanted to, you know, go on the same team together, but Dallas couldn't, you know, work out that stuff. Or they didn't have another wide receiver open.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went to that team that shall not be named. And then we were able to get on there. After that, it's pretty much exactly how Donnie said. It was cool because like me and him would be on a phone call, but we'll have it on a TV and we'll be talking smack. I just caught that. What, you just dropped the ball? All that. Like it was just fun because it's like we were in there. And so I kept going. And then, you know, 2 all-star game showings, you know, whatever. Not gonna say anything
Shut
about
up,
it.
bro. I made it to the all-star game too. Don't play me.
I mean, 2-1. That's like Jordan and LeBron. But we're not gonna say anything like that. It is what it is. But
oh my god,
so
bro.
like,
oh my god, you just got to play longer than me. As a wide receiver,
it's
don't
my
play
turn.
with
It's
me,
my
bro.
turn. It's my turn.
I
It's okay.
I got you.
But yeah, then it was like, okay, my lady's pregnant. I'm like, crap. All right, well, you know, I gotta get everything ready for this. So like, it wasn't that I didn't care about the SFL. It was just like lower on the priorities. So I was like, I can't keep up with her emotions. And then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, like getting everything ready. I mean, when I tell you how much she hovers, even before she was pregnant, it was so stressful. So I was just like, all right, like after this, you know, this second or third, I think, season we played with you guys, right? Yeah. It was just like, okay, I gotta, like, she was about due, and I was like, I gotta go, like, yeah. I mean, it was fun. I'm not going, like, and it's gonna be fun again. So, yeah, but it is fun watching your player go. I hate it when I'm open and then the algorithm doesn't pick it. I'm like, come on. So, but yeah, but other than that, like, it is cool. But even that frustration gets you hype, you know? So it's like, because like me and Donnie, we competitive. Like, I get it. Like I know you guys are, and I know, you know, like, especially leadership. But like me and him, like we competitive. Like, are you gonna give it to the running back for real? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. I burned this dude. Yeah, it's crazy. Even though I know it's not you, but I'm like, man.
Oh man, I'm
like,
telling you. Listen, we're in voice chat during game day, and so there are times where I'm just like, why the hell would you throw it over there? Who? And I'm talking to myself.
Oh my God, you don't understand the amount of stuff we were talking when we would be in our chat. We'd be like, what the hell is going on here? And get mad.
I'm like,
Sean,
why didn't you juke?
Oh yeah, that one play.
He just ran right into the dude. Like,
like, what the hell's going on? Sorry, my cat's in the way. He won't stop. So
I done had birds, babies, cats, dogs. I had all of the shows. So I promise. And now
just
you walk
punt
away.
Just punt it. The bad boy kick, punt it back.
I'm not an animal cruelty. I don't do that.
Okay, listen. Because Ashley, I had to say this on my last time. Ashley cannot be held responsible for the individuals, the boss, and the team.
What did Lil Durk say? This shit is not real. This is all props.
Man. So you touched a little bit on what I was going to ask. So on the outside, people were just looked at it like, oh man, they just did, and you explained that life happens, it was just the timing.
Get the fuck off my table. Sorry.
That's a bleep.
Sorry. It was the cat. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't mean to say it like that.
It's okay. I can, like I said, power of edit. This is why I don't. But but yeah. So real life gets in the way, and when we,
you said the timing, right?
Yeah, the timing, because like that right there.
Stop.
We know now. We know.
Stop out.
Like happened. Even though I knew, like y'all would always tell me, because I would always ask, like check on y'all, tell me what's going on. But it was like right before free agency. I mean, we didn't even get a chance to
see. Like,
look. Let's just air that out real quick.
Yeah, for me,
we did not know. I was. All right, sorry. Go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead with your.
But like for me, it was. I wasn't in that, the back office. I don't know the timelines. I really didn't. That was the end of the game, the last game. Okay, that was in my head. Yeah. I wasn't looking at the free agency, that timeline. So that was my fault. Like I didn't know. It wasn't any ill will or nothing like that. But I just didn't know the timeline. I just wanted to wait to the last game, and then be like, okay, I played the season through. That was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just.
And in reality, like I'm not gonna play without my brother, right? And plus, I was going through a couple of little trials and tribulations as well. But when I talked to my brother, and he was like, "Hey, man, I got to focus on this," and I was like, "All right, if you're not in there, I'm not in there." And
trust me, he was fighting. He was fighting. He wanted to stay in there too.
I was arguing. I wanted to be back in there. I wanted to have my brother there. But if my brother is not there, I'm not playing. So even though I'm light skinned and he ugly as hell, it don't matter. But he wasn't gonna play. So
he hates it. He's not as. He hates it. Bro, it's okay. Just go in the sun a little bit more. You'll be all right. You'll be all right,
bro. I'm not.
You'll be all right.
Bro, you got it goofy.
Look, we're going on a cruise in like 2 months. You gonna get darker?
I know. Nah. See, this is why I don't mess with you like that, bro. Oh my God. But anyway, so my brother was like, if my brother wasn't gonna play, I wasn't gonna play. And like he said, we're not in the back office, so we don't know, when the due date was. So when I called Eddie, I felt real bad because I just heard the sadness in his voice. Because I told him, I'm gonna be with the team until, y'all kick me off the team. But unfortunately, I had to leave because both of us were going through things, and I'm not gonna play without my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to do that. So unfortunately, we had to do that. And in reality, it's a sad thing, but I'm so glad y'all called us back. My God. And he was excited too. Don't play. You were excited.
Absolutely.
You know it.
I mean, I'm here.
Like, I was glad as soon as I saw that text message. I was like, Jamar, Coach might call us back. And he was like, because I already asked, like, you know, if I could play, let me know.
Eddie was like, that was fast.
Yep. Yeah, like, you know, it was real quick. I called Jamar, James, whatever your damn name is, and just literally was like, hey, bro. And then I conferenced it in because I wanted to be back on the team. I hated that we had to leave, and I didn't know about any of that. So it made me feel bad that we left y'all high and dry, to be honest with you. 100%. 100%.
Once I understood what was actually happening in both of your lives, I mean, look, the thing is, we had the help that we need, you know, and we will always, you know, as long as I'm here, we always will get what we need, period. Yeah. And it was just that, you know,
that initial heartbreak.
We were just concerned, right? It was heartbreak because, you know, y'all my brothers, and of course I love you guys, you know.
Hey,
it wasn't it wasn't you, it's me.
Y'all nuts. Y'all both.
Stop it.
That's it. And this, you know, I missed it. But, you know, when the opportunity presented itself, you know, I was just like, well, we have to talk to everybody. Maybe they want to come back. You know, because what we didn't want was to be put in another situation where we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and all of a sudden, when it's time to sign, or when it's that, you know, free agency hits, oh no, we're leaving, we're going somewhere else, deuces.
Right.
And I knew from the jump that you guys were a package deal because y'all made that known to me. Everybody that I've talked to, that
was a trademark, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You know, we had siblings, we've had husband and wives, you know, that eventually wanted to join each other. So we get it. We get y'all want to be, and that was important to us, you know. Another question that I had too is why do you like it here? I mean, because you could be spending your time, like I said, doing other things. I mean, you could be out hanging out in the streets. You could be doing a whole host of other things.
We don't do that.
What? Well, I mean, yeah, I know that, but I mean, you could. Why do you choose to be here? You know.
I'll go
Which
first.
One? All
right. So, why we choose to be here? To be honest with you, we nerds. That's no lie. We straight up nerds. We love that whole, like, you know, that mindset of being immersed into something like that. I have a character. He has a character. We're building our own characters. We're doing what we want to do to make our character the best character that we believe they can be, right? So I love all of that. I love the whole fact of the matter. It's like, okay, so I'm just gonna say something, Jamar. We play D&D too, so we create characters. We do what we do. We think about it. We pay attention to it, right? So why I love SFL is because, first off, I love football. I love that sport, and I get to sit here and kind of like imagine or immerse myself into this character, you know, live vicariously through that character, so to say. And like, I'm thinking about it, and then I have my teammates, and then I'm seeing arguments or whatever in the locker room, and like James said earlier, like, you know, having arguments and talking about the quarterback or the running back or whoever on the team because we're so immersed in it. I love that. I love sitting here, getting on the phone with this fool and like talking about it. Now, we've had other players from the team or from other teams that got into it, and that's how we ended up finding more friends in the league. But like, it's just so cool just to think about having your own person, and then we're on TV, even though we're not really on TV. It's just cool as hell to just see something that I kind of created, you know, and we're on this team. And like, I love Arizona. I love the atmosphere of Arizona. I mean, it's just awesome, at least for me. I don't know. Man, stop with that look before I slap you, bro.
I'm just saying, you did all that extra, you know, extra shit, Sean. I mean, Donnie. You did all that extra shit
Play too much.
And then I don't know why you had to start with the D&D part though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it's the same
that was
as
like
D&D,
that
bro.
was like 2
It's
seconds, and then you
equivalent.
put like your heart into the football, which is the real reason. I mean, anyways,
Man,
but for me, like you said,
bogus,
like it's,
bro. No, you know it's true though. You goofy.
I mean, yeah, I play D&D.
Man,
I
all
don't
right,
care.
go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, it is.
Shut up.
I just want to give you shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So
my
for me,
God.
yeah, it is the creation, because like, yeah, I play all types of game RPGs, like, you know what I'm saying, like I like those role playing type games. And then when you see it, like he said, on the TV, it is amazing. And then at the same time, when me and him talk, we're like competitive, you know. So it's like that's one more thing that me and him can talk shit about to each other, you know. And then like if we have, that's another thing.
Each other plays.
Yeah, because that's another thing. We want to know if we have a rival. Do we have a rival?
Yeah,
I mean,
because London was my rival. London was my rival.
but London
do we
is.
have a rival?
I mean, yes. I mean, this is the first game of the season. I mean, it's San Diego. I mean, I guess you could say their rival, even though they were one of the team members was great enough to send me their flag. Now, as you see, I got the Scorpions flag up there, and I'm planning on getting all team flags. So I want to have like my room just full of SFL flags. Like, that's a dream.
You don't want to get San Diego. Oh, you already got it. Nah,
I already got
see.
it.
So that's a whole bunch of smack talk. Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's the reason why I like it. I mean, yeah, definitely.
It was London. It was, but now, you know.
Don't
we
talk
just
about
got
London.
we just won. Okay.
I hate London. I hate London.
Next topic.
Hurry up. So, do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to be involved in any other aspect? Like, do you guys want to try your hand at? I was gonna say broadcasting, but I don't know. Y'all, you definitely couldn't broadcast our games. 'Cause y'all be way into it. You talk about, Daddy, why you
Sean
dropping
can't
the ball?
broadcast. No.
No, I use too many swear words. I'm trying my best right now not to swear. I swear to God. No pun intended. I mean, I would love to do broadcasting. That would be fun. What are you talking about? I swear to God, I hate you. Yeah, we can't be broadcasters. Nope.
No.
Yeah, we can't.
Nope.
But like, do y'all have?
I mean, it will be fun though. It will be fun. We will have everybody laughing. I'll tell you that.
Sure.
But someone will score, and then we still talking crap. Like, you can't do it.
Nah.
Oh yeah, by the way, they scored. But anyway, back to
back to our conversation. So the whole time, like, nah, we can't do that. We can't do that. Not at all. No, actually, I would like to broadcast. Thinking about it now. Problem is, I don't pay attention to names, so that would be a big issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, number 34 scored the touchdown. Yeah. I don't know his name. Let me look at this sheet real quick. Oh, this is, whoever. But
okay.
I would like to be more involved. I would. I know he probably has way too much stuff to do, but I would definitely like to be more involved.
James, what about you?
He teasing me.
No.
You got that one?
No, Mr. Bo. No jangling here, honey. No jangling.
Jangling. Oh, my stomach hurt. Okay.
You're so stupid, bro.
I mean,
you're stupid.
Yeah. How does the broadcasting work as far as like the stats and stuff? Like, do people just send you it and then you read it off, or you gotta actually flip the pages?
No. So basically,
go ahead. Sorry.
I actually haven't broadcasted in a while. Like I had my very first time to do it, and I was like, no, my voice is a little bit too soothing to be a broadcaster. It just didn't fit. It's okay.
You got the Jill Scott voice. Don't worry.
All right, honey.
Let's take a long walk.
You know, I can actually sing that very well. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So there's a smart sheet, basically, that when the stats are live, so they're put into this sheet, and you have somebody that's doing offense, somebody that's doing defense, and if the person is really good, they're doing both. But they go into a smart sheet, and basically based on this smart sheet and then the notes that you take on the team prior to y'all broadcasting, that's what they're using. Of course, then you're just looking at what's happening on the field, and then you're using that information to kind of bring life to it. So if you can do that, you know, you can do it. You know,
Yeah, that sounds too much work.
Yeah, it's like way too much work.
I'll be active. Look, I'll tell you this. I'll be active in the locker room. I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Especially on the games, we'll be on that web chat. Yeah. Or that webcam. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still do think that it would be kind of fun to do that, though, because I think we'd be funny as hell together, tandem.
I mean, yeah, we would, but we would have so we would need two main people, and then we would be the alternate. We can't start. Exactly. We can't start like you can't just throw us in there because I mean, it's either gonna come into a comedy show or
it's literally gonna turn into a comedy show.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. I just want to be honest with you, you know?
I mean, I appreciate it. But I would like to hear that. And the thing is, the good news is that you can probably start during the rookies. So, you know, not really a big crowd right now. Yes.
Yeah.
So you could just, I mean, you know, you'll be calling those games. So that's how you work it out. But the only way you're gonna actually be able to do it is to just jump right in. You gonna mess up. You're gonna be nervous, but once you get it out, you're good. Oh, okay.
I don't get nervous about nothing.
Okay.
No.
I don't get nervous about nothing.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
He will.
I don't care.
He will.
I'm sure he will.
He will.
Sure
April Fools. April Fools.
You're gonna be like
joking like goofy.
But man, stop it. See, guys, this is what I gotta put up with. Help me.
You throw us the ball, we straight. You ain't got no worries. Come on now.
Yeah, well, tell your coach to make sure you draw up the right plays. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But,
hit me up.
But I got some fun questions before I let y'all go because I know it is kind of late. I got some fun questions that I'm gonna ask you guys because I know it's kind of late. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay.
But I want to know what is some of the best advice that you've ever received, and then what is some of the worst advice, and you can name one situation from each.
What's the best and worst advice?
Yeah.
Jabbar, you already know what I'm thinking about for the worst advice. I'm not gonna say that though. I'm not gonna say that.
I think I have an idea.
I'm not gonna say that.
You ever had to think
of best advice I ever heard?
You muted, James. You muted, James.
You muted, Goofy.
There you go.
All right. So the worst advice, our best advice I ever heard. So I heard this from my father. And it came the way of, you know what? Friends go one way. They only offer you one thing. And you can see that this person is a friend. If they ever ask you for something, say it be $20, and they never talk to you again, it only took $20 to learn that you lost that friend. Mm-hmm. And that fool right there, that fool got my life. That fool, James, that fool will always be on my end. Oh man, you cheering up. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. So right there, like, you know, friends come and go. It doesn't take that much to worry about that. If they want to, or if they, I didn't mean to swear, part of me. But if they want to sit there and borrow $20 and never talk to you again, it just took $20 to figure out he wasn't a friend. And that's the simplest thing that I could think of. Now, the worst advice I ever heard from is from Jamar. He said, "Listen to your girl." Hell no.
You know what? I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm in that.
Let's leave it at that.
That's getting edited. I already know.
No, it's not.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. But that's what he told me. That's the worst advice ever. I ain't listening. Hell no.
Oh,
That
okay.
just gets me in trouble if I listen. What you mean?
If you listen to your...
Nope. Before you say that, I understand what you're saying. But if you listen to your girl, you're gonna get yourself caught up in some stupid stuff, and then you're gonna end up in an argument at the end of the night. And I don't
That's because you hard-headed though.
Bro, I just like sleep, okay? I just like sleep.
You sleep all day.
I don't want to be up all night though. Come on.
You up all night.
See, you gave me the worst advice ever. Shut up. All right, go ahead, bro.
You just soft.
You
soft.
Bro, all right, catch me.
You know what this is?
I'll catch you.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
This is
wiping
the baby. Wiping the bit, you soft.
Yeah, Charmin soft. I know what you're saying. Nah, I ain't Charmin soft. Keep playing with me. That's why I hope she don't pass to your ass.
Oh my goodness.
I hate this interview.
My head hurt. Y'all stupid.
For real.
Hey, I was born last night, but you know.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. For me, I don't know. It's kind of on the spot. You know, there's a lot. I mean, the one that sticks out right now is, I mean, just the way that I was raised is, and I do this for, you know, a certain reason as well, because I feel for a certain person, you know what I mean? And it's like my mom told me, don't lose your parents' trust. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, who's going to be there for you? You know what I'm saying? And like, I always found out the hard way. Like for me, it was always like, I had to always run into a brick wall in order to learn my lesson. You know what I mean? And that's right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, we try to teach our kids that way and all that, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, we can't, like, we have to learn. We're hard-headed. And then like the saying goes, hard-headed carries soft ass.
Hard-headed carries soft ass. That's what my dad always said too.
Yep. And so it's just like, and then it's like, you know, you kind of disappoint them, like, you know, you can't be lying, you can't be doing all that. You got to be truthful. You got to be true to your nature. Or not true to your nature. Well, I guess a good nature. I don't know, whatever that is. You know what I'm trying to say. But like, yeah, you got to be true to yourself, you know, in a good way. As far as the worst advice,
wasn't from me.
I feel like it probably was, but
it wasn't.
I would say half of it was from Sean, but like anybody that wasn't my parents gave him some pretty shitty advice. You know what I mean? Like, cause like for me, I had what my mom calls is too many associates. She said I trust these. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you would have these people, like Sean said, it's like you give them something, or you know, you talk to them or whatever, and it's just like they don't reciprocate those, you know, and then you just harden down. So like now it's just like I wait for, you know, because like, yeah, like I probably do trust too easy. So now I'm like hardened, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, because I don't call people anymore. I don't. And it's just like, you gotta, like, you call me
at least twice or three times.
Bro, you call me at 9 o'clock on the dot every day. Stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, because that's on my smoke break.
Right, I feel you. I'm just saying, don't act like I'm over here like he not answering. No, bro.
Okay. Bull, you be calling me.
Like, you over here acting like this ain't that, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
You call me at 12:30 at night. I look at my phone.
Look. Out of here. Get out of here. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. Nope. You on some bull? Hell no.
Nah, you on some bull, bro.
I mean,
you call me all
just
the time.
don't like, yeah, like it's just like trusting too easy. Like, yeah, I don't know. But like, that's not really advice, I guess. The worst advice, but it's just like life lessons. You know,
you learn from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You do, and sometimes people take your niceness, your kindness, your maybe passiveness or weakness, and
that'd be a big
then you do change from what's true to your nature, which is to be that calm, cool, collected individual, into something that's now hardened because you're guarded. You know what I mean? And
because like I would say, because then you get that.
I mean, I get that.
I'm gonna say it like this, and I hope you understand it. And if anybody on the show understands it, they'll get it. You'll have that that Boondocks. You guys watch the Boondocks?
Yes.
That's what you get. That's what you get. I can't say it, but that's what you get.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's like,
I mean, it's like Riley. It's literally Riley Freeman. That's exactly what it is. 100%. But with that, also, it's like, don't take kindness for weakness. Don't ever let that happen. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Then you lose something real.
At how, what is it? That square with that guy on that meme where he's like, you fuck around, you're gonna find out.
Oh yeah. Yep. And like with me, I have two best friends. Him and
I hate
his brother. Wait, what?
I hate that kid. I hate you, bro.
Yeah, whatever. And then my boy Nico. I used to go from like talking to 30 people. But it was just like when you need something, okay. But when they need something, right. Hey, you got nah, I'm cool.
That's the whole thing with what I was saying about my pops when he told me that.
Yeah.
You know, it only takes $20 to lose a fucking friend. Oh, a friend. I keep swearing. I apologize. Please edit that out.
I'm gonna put some of it. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on. Some of it, I'm just gonna edit. But,
I mean, I know I swear a lot.
Okay.
But
I've had Dion Hawkins, the owner of Tulsa, on. He swears a lot. I've had a lot of people on that just. So with my show, by the way, is just like, I want you to be who you are. You know, it is for general audiences, but I do let people know, like, hey, you know, sometimes we have adult conversations and sometimes things are said. So viewer discretion is advised. You know,
viewer discretion is advised. I mean, I don't see a reason why you can't be yourself, because if you're not yourself, then what the hell are you doing? You're being fake.
Because we live in a soft world. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this. I'm not dealing with that. Like, if you don't like me, I was not put on this earth to have friends. I was put on this earth to live my life. If you want to be my friend, then that means you find something important, or that's something that you feel is worthy of me being your friend or you being my friend. Otherwise, what the hell? I don't care. I'm not here to make friends, but I will talk a lot of crap to everybody. Those wide receivers are lucky that they're not freaking in our season, because we are going to destroy. The Hands brothers are back, baby. They don't want these hands. I'm telling you right now. Right? All hands on deck.
Squad. But I didn't know what you was talking about though there. You just went all into a different mix.
I just went all into it. I did. I kind of went a little.
I was like, I mean, what the heck you talking about?
But yeah, sometimes I spiral. He'll tell you. He'll be like, "Bro, you're spiraling. Stop."
It's all right. Trust me. This is my 270th, fourth show. So I've had everybody. It's all good.
Oh, what was that? What was that asking you to ask me about?
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
We can do it right now. What is one thing that you've done before that you know you will never do again?
You go first.
Outrageous.
Well, guys, interesting stuff, and I swear we could talk all night. But
yeah, honestly, I'm having a good time. I ain't gonna stunt, but it's late.
Well, why don't y'all come back? It's not like this is gonna be the only time you're gonna be able to come on the show.
I mean, you be coming on late though, bro. Like what?
Yeah, it was late as hell. Like we got
we hyped each other up, so that's why we up now. It's like, but otherwise we would have been asleep like
Hell
But I
yeah.
was like, is she coming on? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, y'all already explained my day. Y'all already know.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, I know. Everybody go through that.
yeah.
I gotta
But-
stop sharing. Wow. I gotta
They
stop sharing.
say-
Yeah,
They
this should
say
be enough.
life is 90%. No, it's 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you deal with it. So things are going to happen. That's just life. You just got to deal with it, as good as you can. Guys, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. This was fun. And of course, please, whenever y'all had a time or whenever we can make time, if it's the weekends or whatever, just hit me up and we can definitely have another chat.
Hey, not a problem.
I would tell you, like, if you have video conferences, we're in there. Like,
Okay.
when we message, it's gonna be slow. You know what I mean? Until we get the feel of it, like, at least for me. But like that face to face, yeah, that's what I'm on.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you, because like, how do I put this? I'm trying to put this the right way. So I don't know how the team is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can, take this out if you want to, but like, I like to have fun.
Yeah.
I like to make fun. And like, if our team isn't like that, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. You know what I mean? But like, I like the people that's like real. Like, they come at me, we come at them. Like, like, it's competition.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's my team, like with Donnie, like, he's my team. So it's
Right.
like, I'm gonna talk crap. So like, if I could talk crap in a funny way, I just don't want people to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna get hurt, let me know beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, but like, it's all fun.
Yeah.
Right. It's all fun and games. I'm not serious. I don't know where they live. I don't know them, but it's just like trying to like get a rapport, but like, I don't want anybody to get butt hurt, because if they get butt hurt, Donnie,
it's going in. It's going in.
Like, I can't do it, because like, when he gets butt hurt, I go in, I get butt hurt, he does the same thing. And it's like, okay, but like, at the same time, it's a family. And family, you know what I'm saying? They fight. They make fun of each other. We strive to go better. You know what I mean? Like, we do better. And it's like, yeah, it's a simulation, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, bro, why you drop that ball? Ah, you whack. But I don't want them to be like, oh, what? Why is he talking like that? Damn, I fucked up. You know what I mean?
As long as you make your point, like, if you make it known what type that, hey, this is my personality, and they will let you know, like, yo, I don't play like that. Cool. I think it's just about being open. I mean, it's about communicating, because everybody's different, so you have those.
Yeah, but some of those players on the team, like,
let her finish.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just saying that, everybody's different, and they will let you know quick if it is a situation to where, hey, this bothers me. But I don't think it will. A lot of them that are on the team were on the team anyway before y'all left. So
yeah,
they have a good idea. Right. You have a good idea about what they're getting into. And I know that I think after this, people are going to know your personalities a lot better. And so, they'll be able to they understand now because they see you, and things get lost in text,
Right.
Sometimes
And that's why I don't do the text me. That's why I don't do that. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
but y'all be fine. Y'all be just fine.
Who we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are who we are.
Indeed.
And,
that's all you can do.
We don't do very well with text, but like, voice chat or whatever, yeah, hell yeah.
Right, and you can see us. You can see us laughing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But like, when you go in like on a message, they're like, "What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're rude." I'm like, no, we're not trying to be rude.
Especially with the dark shit that I post. Like, yeah, dude, I post a lot of dark, fucked up shit. But with that, I mean, either way, as long as we on your team, we ain't leaving.
Okay.
You know, unless
appreciate
something
that.
happens where it's like a life thing,
Right.
you know, life situation that changes something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I'm loyal to Arizona. Y'all cool. You, Eddie, straight as when we had our meeting the other day, I was cool with that. Like, you know, meeting everybody, people that I hadn't seen, that I knew were on the team. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool to see them and, you know, actually get to know them, whatever. But I mean, I'm excited for the season.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be here before you know it. So y'all be ready. Y'all better bring your hands because you're going to need both of them. Okay?
You see how long my beard is?
No.
Bro, okay.
Y'all got any questions for me?
Look, okay, this is 36 years. No, actually, I do. How many wins do you think we're going to get? Well, incorrect answer. That we're undefeated. Could have said undefeated.
No, I'm never going to say we're going to be undefeated. That's unrealistic. If you're asking me to be realistic, if you ask me what I would like, yes, undefeated and win the championship, fantastic. But realistically, I can see us winning about 9 games, still making it to the playoffs, still making it to the championship. But there is going to be some. There going to be some losses because there are going to be some teams that understand the game a little bit better. They're going to be people. The AI is going to work a little bit better for some others, you know. So you still got to account for that possibility of any given sim day. But you know,
how does the like as far as the like when you put the plays in, is that just it's set in stone as soon as you start?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that too.
Yes. So when the plays are submitted to the commissioner, that's it.
Okay.
Like,
with that, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're fine. Every week, play books are submitted. You can choose to make changes or not. In this particular game, it's over 230 plays that you're putting. So it's going to be kind of hard to. I mean, you could have technically a new playbook every single week.
Okay. So with that, do you guys get because me and James are very not familiar with everything, unfamiliar, I should have said. But with that, if you see how the game is portraying itself at the moment, like obviously we have 200 and whatever plays that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that you can change your playbook by halftime? So say she said no. No?
Unfortunately, no.
I apologize.
So you're good. No, unfortunately no, because that would be considered cheating. Because what the coaches put in from the start, it's like a chess match when you got all your moves mapped out. You're not gonna be able to change it up once it's in there, you know. Okay. And there have been times like, bro, I wish we could say, let's just take all of that out and let's just start off.
Yeah, because I thought that would be kind of awesome for the league, just because like there's times where me and James are watching the game, right, and we're talking and we see like, dude, they're leaving their rush defense is really fucking good right now. We should probably not rush defense. Pass defense is really good. And maybe we should focus on like rushing or vice versa. And like, I don't know how that would work because it would have been a good idea to at least allow the coaches at halftime to change the playbook and allow it to be better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well now I got to work on or focus on what our plus and minuses are against teams. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with that plus and minus against separate teams or whatever, you know, one team might be really weak at pass offense. So yeah, during the week, you know, you're like, all right, cool, we're going to pass, but you know, they just happen to be pretty damn good at their stuff. So I feel like that would be kind of a cool aspect to the team or the game, just to allow you to like not do anything other than just change the playbook, you know? But I don't know. I know that probably doesn't work it won't work, especially with such an old game, but that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think that was the commissioner's way of kind of making things a little bit more interesting, so that the games won't be mundane. Because you can have some teams that are outshining the other ones where it's almost boring because they've scored so much and there's no way the other team is actually going to be able to get back into it. So now you're searching for things to talk about, or the same teams keep winning, or the same teams keep making it to the championship and winning. You know. So you want to try to mix things up so that you don't lose your customers, because if it's like, okay, well, this team is always winning, then why am I here? You know what I mean? Like I'm not having fun because we're not winning, you know? So adding those 200 and something plus plays from, I think it was originally like 175, if I remember correctly. It was like 175. And then it went up to 230. A lot of people didn't like that, but it makes for a more interesting game. You're giving the AI more to choose from. You're giving the AI more chances to autocorrect itself as well. So you can, you know, you can kind of, in a way, it's going to be more interesting. But I think it was a little daunting for coaches because it's so much that you got to try to. It's intense, you know, but
no, I get it. I understand. Like I said before, like me and James, we have a ton of conversations about what could improve, and the only way to improve it is if we fucking get a better game. To be honest with you, like not Madden, fuck Madden, but. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe because you guys are getting so many views and so much shit like that, you might be able to get a GoFundMe to start that to create, you know, just a fucking game to play. I'm swearing a lot. Wow.
I mean,
but
we have one already. Well, we have the Retroid. You probably wasn't. No, I don't think y'all wasn't around even in the server then when they rolled out Retroid. So it's like a, you know, like a Nintendo Switch, but it's the SFL branded little Switch, basically, and you can play the game as yourself.
Interesting.
So if y'all want, I can give y'all some more information about it, and I'll even put it in the description too, just in case anybody else want to kind of look at it. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. So and then you know that's the next step. So, but.
All right. Well, I know you got to go to bed. We got to go to bed.
All right.
Speaking with you.
Thank you so much. Y'all definitely come back on whenever y'all have time. All right.
Take
care, guys.
You don't want us back on ever. Be safe. Stay up.
Yes,
Arizona going to win the championship.
She definitely will. She definitely will.
I definitely will. Y'all have a good night, love. Thanks.
Later.
What is one thing that you've done before that you know you will never do again?
You go first. No, I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll go.
Oh my God.
You go. I'll go first. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, I won't smoke weed.
Okay.
I won't.
Oh my God. Yep. 100% me too.
Now, this is why.
Don't tell that story. Don't tell that story. You go tell that story. Don't tell that story.
All right. So I was smoking, right? And like when I smoke, I get real paranoid. Like, I mean, like I cough and I'm like, did I forget to breathe? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. And then I'm like,
come here. Come here.
Oh my God.
Okay, she ran
this
away.
guy. Okay, anyway. So like I cough and then like I'm like my heart skips a beat. And so then I'm like, okay, I gotta go home. Like, cause I like try to lay back and I'm like, what if I don't open my eyes? Like, what if I die? So I'm like, no, I gotta go home, guys. I gotta go home. And so I'm driving. Now, mind you, I get into like I'm only down the street. And I'm driving and I'm like, bro, why is this taking so long? And then I drive again. Why? What the hell? Like I should have been home by now. It's in the same area. Same.
Hi. Hi. Very nice to meet you.
All right. You can,
man, I can't wait till you tell your story, bro.
I'm not.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right.
Anyway.
Why are you always so
And then, so I'm turning, and then I'm like, okay. So, mind you, I'm driving for like 20 minutes. When I went down the street, I lived down the street. But the thing is my mom's house is on a cul-de-sac. And I've been going in fucking circles to the point where my mom came out and was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm coming home. And I've been driving because it's like one circle and then you go around and it's another circle. And I went around that circle like 20 times. And I'm like, and it's slow as hell. Like slow. I'm talking like 5 miles an hour, she told me. And I'm like, I thought I was doing speed limit. No, I would not do it again. I'm not going. Like, no. I went to San Francisco, what was it, 2 years ago? And they gave me I don't know if you guys know, it was like a 0.05 gummy. Bro, I was high for like 4 hours. I was high for 4 hours. And I looked at my girl and I'm like, am I supposed to be this high? And she's over here, blunt after blunt after blunt. And I'm like, this don't feel right. Like I'm getting lost looking at directions on my phone. Nope, never again. So that's me. Like I can't do it. Now drinking, that's me. That's me. I'm drinking. But nope. Your head hurt?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I can see you. I can see you driving around the street. She was probably walking faster.
Bro, she literally came up and like, what are you doing? Like she's looking at me. You remember Kevin Hart? I'm looking at her. Asher's looking at me. Like that's what? And I'm like, what? It was hilarious. I was like, I got my ass whooped though. But yeah. I got my ass whooped bad. That shit was no joke. And it was weird because I was high and so it was tingling and shit. No. Yeah, all the feelies and I was like, no, nope. They'll never get ass whooping high.
I can't. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to hear Donnie.
I know, right? Go ahead, Donnie. I'm gonna interrupt you too.
Hey, no, it's all good. I mean, I had the same situation, but yeah, I don't smoke with that weed shit. Fuck that. There was one time that was the last time I ever did it. I was trying to get with a young lady at the time. I was a lot younger, a lot dumber. You know what I'm saying? And this was a girl that I was trying to talk to, and she was digging it. You know, we were at a bar, we were drinking, whatever. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you want to come back to the crib?" I was like, "Hell yeah, fuck yeah!" And got over there. She was like, "You blow back?" And I was like, "Yeah." Me being stupid because I don't really smoke like that anyway. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, "Cool." I mean, this chick was a chick that I was like trying to get with for a hot minute. And then,
cool.
Yeah, I was like, you know, trying to be cool, whatever. And she handed me this blunt. I'm telling you, when I say I don't know what the hell was in that, I don't know what the hell was in that. All I know was I don't think it was weed. I'm telling you right now, but this is the main reason why I stopped. I don't know what the hell was. I felt like man, fuck you, looking at it.
No.
Like, so I'm like, I hit it, right? And then like I take another hit, whatever, and she's like sitting here and we talking, we shooting the shit. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, in my thoughts, I'm listening to my brain. And then she makes the move, you know, we're young, whatever, she makes the move. And I was like, yo, don't touch me. And walked the hell away. And walked outside and walked all the way home. And I said, man, I done, like the next day I woke up and I was like, I done messed something up. And I was like, never again. I was like, never again. That done played with my game. I'm not playing this game no more. It got me. I was in my thoughts. I was listening to what the hell my brain was telling me. And it was talking. I don't understand how to even explain. I was listening what the hell my brain was talking to me about.
You listen to that brain, but not, you know.
Shut up, bro. Nah.
No, I'm saying.
See, you play too damn much.
So when you think of something, like let's say you're reading off a list or you're reading in perfect example, when you had to read, when you're in school, hey, you read out loud or you can read to yourself, right? Do you hear a voice when you read to yourself?
Yeah, it's Morgan Freeman's. No, I do hear a voice in my head. And then it was like, right. I was just talking, I was having a conversation with myself. And I don't know what the hell the conversation was, but it was weird. And I didn't want her to interrupt me in the conversation. I was having my head. So I said, leave me alone. I told you this story, bro.
No, that's different. That's not what you just. I don't know. That's not what you said,
bro. I told you this whole story before.
Oh, I know. I know. You didn't say it like that. Oh, you crazy.
Yeah, that's why I don't mess with it. I leave it alone.
Hey, chick, I'm talking.
And then my uncle was telling me because I was having trouble sleeping a couple of months or a year ago. Remember? Shut up! Stop laughing, bro. But. It was like,
bro, hold on.
It was like
no, you're not finna slide past that though.
I'm sliding past it. Nah, bro, you ain't playing with me.
Hold on, listen. You're gonna be like this. So, this is how it went. This is how I'm seeing it. So correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, what you want to do after this? I don't know. Excuse me. I'm talking.
Yep, 100. No, it was more like them stupid little videos where they'd be like, what if this is that or whatever, and it was just going in my head, and I was thinking, and I was like responding to it in my head. Anyway, so like, yeah, I was talking to myself, and I was listening to my thoughts.
She interrupted.
Okay? And she interrupted, and I was like, leave me alone. So I walked, and this is granted, she lived like maybe 2-3 miles from my house. So I walked my silly ass home, didn't think nothing about it because I'm talking to myself in my head the whole time. I'm pretty sure somebody was like, okay.
But y'all was best friends, huh?
So anyway, so then the last time I did it, and I know I'm never ever gonna even think about that. For my uncle was like, hey man, because I was having trouble sleeping. He was like, hey man, I got these gummies, right? Whatever, just take eat that, that, the same way with you with the gummies, right? So he was like, take this, you sleep good. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm high while I'm asleep, ain't no problem, right? So it was like a little, what are those little like peach rings, whatever, right?
Yes.
And but it looked like a what are those things you throw out in the water to save people? Lifesaver.
Yeah, like a lifesaver.
The little lifesaver. It looked like a lifesaver, right? I'm not even. I swear to God, I wish I could lie about this, bro. I took the white part out of the lifesaver and ate it, right? So there was 2 other corners, right? And my wife took the other part, right? Just the red part.
He said a corner.
I fell asleep. Yeah, because in a lifesaver, it's like 4. Whatever, man. Why you always gotta be that way? Goofy. You play too damn much. Anyway, so I took that, right? I just took a corner because I was like, all right, maybe this might work, right? Because he was like, oh, it'll help you sleep throughout the night. Tell me why I'm sitting here, I'm sleeping. And I would say maybe whatever time it took to hit in, I didn't look at the clock because I was tweaking out, right? I wake up, the fuck? I'm twitching and tweaking. And I'm like, babe, and my wife is laying next to me and she's like, what's going on? And she's like, just rubbing my damn head. And she's like, it'll be okay, right? I didn't know she took the other part. And I'm like twitching for like 45 whole minutes. I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do now. I'm sitting here like just freaking out. And then my brain is talking to me again. And I'm like, what the hell? And then she want to go ahead and just keep rubbing my head. Come to find out the next day, she took the other part and she was high as hell and didn't know what to do. And she was sitting here. She was like, I was contemplating breaking up with you. I was like, what the hell did we just take? I was like, we ain't never touching that. I gave it to my mom's because my mom smokes. And she was like, that's pretty good. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh my God. So, yeah, y'all both.
Yeah, I never mess around with that stuff no more. No more weed for me. Ever again. No THC. No ABC, no 1, 2, 3, no nothing.
My cheeks hurt.
Okay, well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay, so just a little pointer. Let me just in case.
That's all gotta be cut
you
out,
gotta make sure that when you don't ever. First of all, don't ever take weed or anything like that from someone that you are not familiar with. Like very familiar with. Secondly, if you're going to experience any kind of gummy, make sure you do half or even just a quarter.
That's what I did.
You did a
Oh, you did a corner. You did a corner. You did a corner.
Shut up, bro. It's a circle. I know what you're doing. I took a quarter of it. I took one of the little white parts. And it was from my uncle.
Like we know what it looked like.
Yeah, I did that right.
Yeah, you guys probably don't ever need to do it. I mean, you riding in circles, you talking to yourself. Y'all don't
Talking to
yeah.
Look, don't you see we talking? Whoa. Whoa. I can't.
Probably like,
oh my God.
She like,
yeah,
she probably go.
Oh God. Damn.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Last
Bro,
question.
you gotta let me know how many views you get on this. For real.
I wanted to ask you a question. I saw one where I don't remember.
I talked to her about it.
Person's name. Oh, you did?
The ghost.
That was the funniest one where you like, buddy was like, "Did you see a ghost? Is there a ghost somewhere?" Me and my wife were dying on that one. That was a funny video. That was hilarious. I'm telling you about the boat.
Omar and Junior, shout out, was hearing stuff, and we were like, because I'm listening, just like what just happened. I'm listening to James, but I'm seeing Donnie do extra stuff down there, so I can't help but to kind of pay attention. So he's the same way. He looking, and I'm like, shit, it's
yeah, and he was so animated with the look. He said. He was like, it was so funny. He was like, I was like, oh hell no, you got ghost for. And then when you pause the video, or when he paused this video to go fix his car or whatever, you guys were dying. That was funny, bro. I was dying.
Yeah, see, I don't mess with ghosts.
I don't mess with no, hell no. I'll just leave.
My 2-year-old, she'll literally walk. And she'd be like we were at my mom's house, and she got a newly built house, right? So she goes into the corner, and then she goes, and then covers her ears and backs up, like she stares for a little bit, covers her ears, backs up, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Like what's going on here? And then my mom was like, because she don't play, and I'm like, and then I got my son there, and then she's like, and then my mom was like, is that a ghost? I was like she looked like she sees something. No, that's what she said. She looked like she sees something, and then she was like, it's like, oh, and then my son was right there. He was like, ghosts aren't real, and then I was like, good shit. And then like my lady was like,
yeah, no, pay attention.
We don't know. She was like, well, we don't know. And then me and my mom both at the same time. No, they're not. Because you can't acknowledge that. I'm not going.
Don't pay attention to it. Don't
acknowledge that.
Don't pay attention.
And like,
bro,
I remember one time she was staring at our house, and she just looking, just like in the corner, up in the corner. And I came over and I just hit her head. I was like, stop doing that. Like, nope, stop. Don't do that. Because I'll move out right now.
Hell no.
I'm not going.
Bruh, you know how I be up at 3 a.m, right? So I told you about my cat. He got the one that was just on me. The cat got, like, it's a kitten. It's only a year old, but the cat got heavy as hell. I'm talking about like big fat ass boy, right? So I'm sitting here. I get up at usually around 3:30. I watch TV before I go to work, whatever. So I'm sitting here. I'm minding my business. This fool comes from upstairs when my wife is sleeping, and I hear. I look over because I'm thinking it's my wife because it's moving normally. And the cat's dark gray, like almost damn near black. I ain't see shit. Bro, I'm telling you, when I looked at that TV, like I ain't hear shit. And I was just sitting like, and that fucking cat jumped up.
Don't look.
I was like, I'm not looking, I'm not acknowledging. And that cat said, boom, I swear to God, I threw the remote at the cat. I threw the remote at the damn cat. I threw it. Because he came up, you know where my couch is. So the cat jumped on the back of the couch. Bro, I almost shit myself because I was trying to pretend like I ain't hear nothing. I was just like, oh, no, nothing's there. nothing's there. And that shit jumped. I said, mother, come on, bro. Almost threw the remote. I threw the remote, but I like almost knocked that cat out. That cat almost caught one. I'd have had to bury it before my wife got up. That cat almost caught one for real, for real. Nah, I don't play around with that. You don't acknowledge nothing. Ain't no ghosts, ain't no demons, ain't no nothing. I ain't hear nothing. I'm not saying.
Bro, the way
nothing.
you jumped up, you would have been in a fetal position all over yourself.
Nah, no, I honestly, I just threw the remote and was about to run, and then I saw it was the cat, and I was like, oh. You don't know how close you came to death, bro. I don't play around with that. I don't play around with that. No.
He got 8 more lives.
No
he did. So
he got 8 more lives.
But last question for y'all. I was trying to actually it's 2. I cannot let
we
y'all
so ADD with this. We so ADD.
I know. Listen.
Hold on.
Is a
Hold on. Give me. I need 10 seconds.
All this cheese. Hold on now. Hold on.
I got high cheekbones, bro. I can't do this shit. All right. Run it.
Oh my gosh. So you guys, you're walking. No, you're trapped on a desert island or a deserted island, and you can only have 3 things with you. That's it. What are those 3 things?
Okay, it's a desert island.
It's a deserted island.
Oh, deserted. I mean, you gotta explain it to us.
You can't have a desert island, Goofy. Wow,
What?
use your brain.
Yes, you can. You seen Pirates of the Caribbean, mother? What? Anyway,
he had rum.
Are there like you gotta explain this? You know what I'm saying? Are there trees? Are there grass? What's up?
What do you think an island looks like?
Beautiful, bountiful.
There you go.
Bountiful. Well, you gotta do it like this. You gotta do it like this. Bountiful. Right.
Bountiful.
So
Bountiful.
again, you got trees, you got water.
Right.
What are you taking with you?
What the hell? Why did light not turn?
I'm taking some seeds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta get oh wait, hold on, cause I gotta set up shelter. So I gotta get a saw, something like that.
What?
Okay.
This is not D&D.
I'm gonna do like a chainsaw. That should be dope.
You would have to have gasoline for that.
Yes, again.
Yeah, I guess.
How is it gonna be electric? So
no, I mean you can. Yeah,
you
right.
You right. Plug, you gonna plug it into a tree?
Right. Well, I was thinking hydroelectric. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, like if you can cut the wood down. I'm just being exaggerating. My bad.
I was gonna say,
right.
bro.
But that right. But I don't know. Like real shit. Probably like a filtration device.
So you just said about 4 things already.
I'm starting over.
You can't start over. Hell no. You gotta start with what you went with.
No. I'm gonna bring a phone, satellite phone.
Satellite phone.
Right. I'm gonna bring let's see.
Oh my God.
Obviously something to sleep in. And then like a pan to cook my shit. I gotta boil water to do that filtration. I think I'll be good with that. Because you can't just drink the water if it's island seawater. It's salty. You can't do it. You gotta boil it.
True.
You gotta filter that shit. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
If it's bountiful, then we can go ahead and get some animals off that bitch. You know what I mean?
If it's bountiful. If it's bountiful, yeah. So what I do, if it's bountiful, I bring a generator, a PlayStation 5, and a TV. What you talking about?
You just said the same thing. You ain't got no gas.
No, but the generator will have gas. I'll play that game. I'm gonna die there. What you talking about? I'm not gonna survive.
How you gonna refill the gas, bro?
Survive. I'm not gonna survive, so I'd rather die happy playing video games.
You're gonna the game is gonna die before you do.
Until the system dies, or until the freaking generator dies, it's still got gas in it.
That's
Sorry,
like 24 hours.
Shut up, big head. I would get a full generator with a full tank of gas.
3. You already said 3.
No. Yeah, so I'm refurbishing it. A generator with a full tank of gas and then have me plug in my TV and my PlayStation, and that's it.
Oh,
I'm done.
It's
I'm
still
gonna
24
die
hours, bro.
anyway. Bro,
It's
this
still 24
is
hours.
not Tom Hanks. I'm not talking to Wilson. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. If I'm on a deserted island, I might as well die happy. And what will make me happy is playing The Last of Us 2.
You gonna be 24 hours?
Bro, I probably won't even make it that far.
damn.
I mean, if it's in Australia, yeah, you done.
If I gotta go, because if we're on a deserted island, I have to go to the water to go get some fish. I can't swim. I will drown. I can't even stand in the water without thinking about
just go
drowning.
below the water and then just stand up.
Nah, man. I'm just gonna let the sea take me. I'm gonna let the sea take me.
I just
Take me away.
be like Calcon, huh?
I'm just gonna die. I don't think logically. What you think? If that house was on fire, I would literally take my PlayStation before I wake my wife up. What you talking about?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, send me a link to this so I can send it to her.
James, just want to let you know that your brother probably will be coming over there and spending the night. So I'm not cutting.
It ain't.
So.
Oh, no.
He gonna bring the drama.
I tried to make it. Don't play that. I tried to make a joke. God dang it. And look, I even thought about saying God dang it because now I feel like I'm in trouble by my quarterback.
Hey, I didn't say it. Like I said, Ashley cannot be held responsible for what is said. All right, last question, y'all. I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. What is you walking outside and there's a song that plays every time that you walk outside?
Return of the Mac.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. I was drinking this sweet tea. What'd you say?
Return of the Mac.
So every time you walk outside, there is your own theme song that plays. So every time we see Donnie, it's going to be Return of the Mac. We're gonna hear it.
Yeah. X gonna give it to you. Actually, no. Can I rescind that? Can I rescind that?
Right, because I'm trying to figure out.
I'm
which song.
I got some good ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like
one song.
Okay, one song.
No.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
That's what makes it hard.
Okay,
right.
I said that real fast because that was.
You said it real fast. So I was like, what?
Return. That's a good ass song. What you talking about?
It is. Don't get me wrong. It is. But you go as soon as you step out the door and that song comes on, you're gonna get knocked back out.
Hold on. No. Actually, if I'm walking around, does this affect people or is it just my theme song?
This is what people are gonna hear when they see you coming. This is what they're going to hear.
Does it affect them though?
No.
What?
I mean, I guess if they like the song, they like it. If they don't, then they're gonna be like, "Oh man, that song's trash."
All right. I got a second to think. Go ahead, Jamar. You muted, by the way, Goofy.
Oh, he's attending to something.
He's looking up songs. All right. I think I got one.
My bad.
Song. Let me see that. For every girl. For every girl, not for me, bro.
I mean, no judgment.
I know. Yeah, it came off kind of sus, but now that you heard what I'm talking about, now you like, I want to see.
I mean, you might as well just say, "Mama, you make it roll." Pause, my dude. Pause.
Yeah,
that's what I said. That's why I said, nah. You're like, it's for the girls. It's not for me. I want to see their thongs. I'm not walking around with no thong on.
Just stop while you're ahead, bro.
I mean, just like I said,
you just stop. Stop like your forehead. Stop it.
See, look at you. Look. See, that's what happens when you get. That's when you know you're in the wrong. You start making fun of people.
I'm making fun of people. I can't make fun of shit that's real, bro. Your shit like this. I bet when you were in the Air Force, you were like,
we know where that's from. We know where that's from.
That's a great movie too, though. That is funny. That was funny
All
as
about
hell.
The Benjamins. I know what it is.
Man, shut up, big head ass.
See, look, you salty. You salty. Said it on air. On air. On air.
Nigga, why you got vampire teeth? Stop with that goofy shit.
This feels like a This feels like a whole house party right now.
For real.
This is my brother. That's how we act. We goofy as hell. I mean, you gonna have a pretty decent little podcast. For real, for real.
Yeah, it's gonna be
no
about
doubt.
3 hours. Now that I added y'all,
I mean-
it's gonna be about 3 hours.
About 3 hours. Shit.
How long has it been?
It's only been 45 minutes. I think. I don't even know.
You'll see.
What you putting on there?
What?
What you putting on there? What? What you putting on there that's gonna make it 3 hours?
It's just you. It's
What you mean? What?
No,
Why is it
it's
gonna be 3 hours when it's only been 45 minutes?
because you're not my only guest.
Oh, okay. You gotta say that. You gotta start with that. I'm like, what you got on me?
She said
Like-
she had the kicker on there too.
Yeah, I
okay, I was
had
like-
JT Dulany, and I also have Derrick Majors.
Oh, I was like, what you got on me? Like, hold on.
So
Hold
that's
on.
gonna be 3 hour long.
Maybe.
Of course.
Because we all hands on deck, baby.
What?
What's up?
Mhm.
They don't want these fucking hands this year. They don't want them. They don't want
You ain't got
'em.
no more questions? I'm kind of up right now. It's
I
like
mean-
11:20 right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
It's
I'm feeling
11:20
it.
right now. I'm up. We up. We in
Yeah,
here.
I ain't
All
going
right,
to sleep
all
for a
right, all
hot
right.
minute.
I got one more. One more. All right.
All right, she's gonna say one more after that too.
No. Maybe. No, I gotta get ready to go to bed. But
Oh yeah, that's right. It's 9 o'clock there, right?
yeah, it's like 9:20, and I gotta get up in the morning.
Oh, that's
I'm
cute.
literally up at like 5:40.
That's cute. It's fucking almost 11:30, bro. Over
Yeah.
here.
I gotta go to bed.
Mhm.
I'm old. Okay. Anyway.
Wait. Oh shit. Oh, hold on.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it.
No, can't do it. Can't do
Yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah, you
Go
know
ahead.
exactly.
He was gonna
What y'all
ask you a
doing?
question. He's gonna ask you a certain question.
Yes, you can.
Nope, can't do it.
She said
Ain't
it.
gonna do it.
How old are you?
I'm 38,
Yeah.
and I'll be 39 on
Ah,
Monday.
shit. The
We're the
fuck?
same. Like, we're good.
Oh, what?
the same.
I'm 36, bro. Get out of here.
Right.
Aw, y'all so
You said,
young.
oh,
Y'all so
wow.
young. You know.
wow.
You know,
she went there.
okay. Fun fact that we can give you: James and Donnie are 2 days apart in birthdays.
What?
Did you not hear me?
You froze for a second.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I
though.
was saying James and Donnie are 2 days apart in birthdays.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Virgo's finest.
Oh, Virgos too?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Right here.
Okay. No, that explains a lot, you know. No,
Better watch it, ladies. Better watch it. We are nothing
All
to
right.
play with.
obviously. So last question for y'all. If you had a chance to explore in depth space
That's too hard. Too
or the
hard.
ocean,
She said in depth. I'm done.
in
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
depth, the ocean or space?
Space, 100%. Fuck
Why?
the ocean. Fuck water.
Damn it.
I can't swim. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I don't know what the fuck is underneath me. Oh hell no, they're big ass monsters in
You
that
don't know
motherfucker.
you don't know what's
hear about
above
that
you.
Fucking submarine that fucking just disappeared. Going to look at the Titan. No, fuck
No,
that.
see?
I'm not
See?
playing with that water. You crazy as
Okay.
hell, April Fools.
Okay, yeah, he can't swim. Okay, I get that. Now, if you would have asked me, I don't know, a year ago, I would have said space. Now, they got this thing that killed that dude that with the submarine that bounced off that shit, the bottom of the ocean. I want to
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I want to know what's in there.
No, I don't want to
Because
know a goddamn
There was
thing.
a
I don't
shore.
even
There was
wanna
a
see it.
shoreline. There was a shoreline at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah,
What's
you walk
under
over,
there?
That's why I say I don't want to mess with like islands. You walk.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
that's
you
fine. Yeah. You
walk.
stay in space. You stay in space. Go.
I stay in
But-
space. Hell yeah.
But like,
Space cowboy.
when you go down there, it's like, and you bounce
Oh,
off something and it ripples. Like that's what I. And they said that's like the I don't know. They said that's heaven for some reason. I don't know. But if you bounce off that, yeah, It's crazy. And I'm like, because like it's literally a lake.
Wait.
Or a body of water.
Into water. You want to go into water?
What?
You want to go? She said, "Would you rather go to space or would you rather go into the water?"
Yeah.
It's the ocean. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Man, your white shirt.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Sorry. He's getting me on that tip. Okay, yes. Body of water. I'd rather go into water because I'm trying to understand what he's talking about. I don't understand what he's talking about. I literally just said.
She said, "Did you want to go into space or would you rather go into the depths of the water?"
Ashley, can you tell him what I said?
Who you looking at? Why you looking everywhere else?
Because I can't look at you right now, bro. This makes no sense. What you're not understanding.
Yo,
Ashley, can you tell him what I said?
He wants to go into the ocean because it's only 5% has actually been explored. So they said.
And they have a certain part.
0% has been explored in space. What you talking about?
Okay, you can go blow up. That's fine. But when you go down, you
implode. That's what happens with the pressure in space.
But when you go down, right? You go down, and then you have like this body of water at the deep, deep depths of that ocean. That it's like it looks like a lake. That you like a submarine can't get in there. There's a submarine person that couldn't go through that.
Water. There's a different pressure in the water. It's a different pressure.
Right. But he couldn't get in there. I want to know what's under there.
Why would you want to know that? You want to see some big old scary ass monsters?
They literally said it's Babylon. They said that shit is like,
man, you
like
got me messed
real
up.
shit. I'm like, that's dope.
I ain't trying to see no big ass octopus.
What?
Hell no.
Like a megalodon shark.
They got octopus that are actually at like almost 50 feet. Bro, I'm not. What? Nah, you crazy hell. April Fools.
Okay, go in space. Go in space and run out of oxygen, and you good.
You can make a good point. You can make a good point for both. I would think that at a certain point, space is infinite, so you can always explore and you'll never get to the end.
Right.
But with the ocean, you can
eventually get to the bottom.
Eventually be able to explore, but then you don't really know how far it goes. And I think it's probably for good reason that you're not allowed to go deep down there, because are you going to treat it like the way you do it on the surface? You know?
Right.
You go down there and get stuff too?
No, because you know what? You ever heard of a space monster? But you heard of water monsters. I ain't playing with no damn. You don't know about
a space monster because they haven't gotten that far.
Because you don't know what's underneath you. Because I don't want to be there,
it's the
bro.
Same thing.
No, it's
just
not.
Because you're scared of water.
You goofy, bro. No.
Get a life. Okay, I'll give you a life jacket, bro. I'll give you a life jacket. It's okay. It's okay.
And I'm not going to get in the
don't
water.
Worry about it.
Crazy.
Don't
you
worry
crazy. I barely want to go in this
You
damn
get your
food.
life jacket. You go with the astronaut food. And
yep, right. When you get there, then I'll come. Until then, it is what it is. I mean, show me the way.
Listen.
You're the captain now.
Hey, guess what?
You're the captain now.
Have you heard of a spaceship missing in space? Because I heard of a submarine that's missing right now.
How would you find a spaceship that's missing?
Because 50-foot octopus ate the spaceship. Or the whatchamacallit, the freaking submarine.
Oh my God, bro. You are.
Nah, bro. They got stories about the Kraken. They ain't got stories about the space. All they got is aliens.
What?
But they ain't got no. All they got is aliens. All they got is aliens in freaking space. Yeah, I used it with an M. Yeah, I said it with an M. Shut up. Aliens.
Okay, but you won't see it. You won't see
man.
It. Now you find a planet.
Yeah, and I don't want to see no big ass goddamn freaking shark. They make movies about sharks and underwater that be eating fucking whole ass ships and shit. Look at Meg, the movie Meg, and all of that. No, April Fools, you playing around. That's stupid. You crazy as hell. Why would you know what's down there? Why would you go somewhere where you know they're monsters, bro? Nah, I'm done with this conversation. You stupid.
You retarded. Like you. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
I don't like you. I don't like you. And she's sitting here, she's just laughing. I don't care. I'm not ever going near damn water. I won't put my foot in water. I'm afraid of showers. Fuck you talking about?
You getting that rocket ship. You good. Go ahead.
Oh man. You know what? You just be glad you my brother. Other than that, all right, we gonna rock it this year. Glad. That's the whole point. Look at her. She holding her face.
My face hurt.
She holding her whole face. I don't care. I'm not going in the water. Space is better. Because if I die, it's instantaneous. How you gonna sit in some damn water and know you about to fucking drown to death? That's crazy as hell. Why would you?
How you gonna go into space and then learn that you gonna like suffocate?
Nah, bro. In space, it's instantly gonna. You're dead. In water, you got a chance to make it up top, so you gonna struggle your whole time to make it up top. Just
not when you go down like that. Oh, you just okay. You soft. All right, you soft. It's cool. You soft.
I'm soft when it comes to that. I'm soft.
All right, cool. Then just say that. Then just say that. I'm looking for one. I'm looking for the second foot of mankind. Second foot of man. That is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
What second foot of mankind? Second foot of mankind? What you talking about? You gonna put a step on the fucking bottom of the ocean? Sorry. I'm sorry. We've been swearing a lot. I apologize.
You've been swearing a lot. Don't put me in there.
Just so you know,
put me in there.
This whole section is going to be my outtake. You should know it.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
A disclaimer.
Yeah, I need a.
If you choose to watch the rest of this, that's. You taking responsibility.
Oh, no, I'm gonna watch everything.
What's up? Hell yeah.
I mean, in reality, you knew who the hell we were.
Yes.
You knew exactly who the hell we were. You know what the hell was gonna go.
That was gonna happen. That was gonna happen.
That was gonna happen. I can't believe we just had a whole ass conversation about space and water, and we got
right. I don't get it. I don't understand how you don't understand this. Like, you gonna get lost in space, bro.
Same thing, bro. No, you stupid as hell. That's why you going to hell,
bro. You're gonna be like, you're gonna lose oxygen. You're gonna go out there, like your punk ass. Like you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be like, F you, and they're gonna be like, blast you, blast into space, and then you're like, and you're like.
This is not a.
No, you can't say that, bro. That's a bad word. That's a bad word.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies.
It'll be deleted.
You're gonna be sitting there and you're gonna be suffering because you know you're gonna die because you can't get up from the water.
I'm in a submarine. I'm in a submarine.
Guess who else is in the submarine? 5 other people that paid $250,000 and where they at? Yeah, they already know they dying. That's horrible way to die, bro.
What are you talking about?
Stupid. Have you not heard? Oh my God.
That guy that went to the bottom of the ripple, yeah, he died. They killed him.
No, yeah. Bro, it just literally it's on the news. Like there's 5 people, 2 people paid $250,000.
You don't even watch it. I mean, sorry.
but I watch a lot of things, and I'm telling you right now, them people are dead. There's 2 freaking people from Pakistan, one guy that's a scientist, another guy that's a scientist. So there's 3 people down there on top of the person that's riding the boat and riding the submarine, and another person, and they're in they went to go see the Titanic and they're missing. They are missing, my guy. They are not going to be found.
Right.
They're dead. And you're
they did something right.
5 days worth
bro, real quick.
Did you graduate?
Real quick.
Oh my God, you're so annoying when you do that.
All right, look. Did you see Tupac's daughter? You see that, sir?
I didn't even know Tupac had a daughter.
Oh, did you see it, AJ? She made a post, said that her father is alive.
I believe that.
Said that